All right, let me know there, baby. Ready?
Yep.
Well, listen, a very exciting opening night. God, Tony Dungy is odd looking.
Yes.
Look at those ears. He looks like if who's it? Keir Peel? Who's Peel? He looks like Peel, right? If Peel knew about a 4-3 defense.
He kind of looks like an Oompa Loompa in chemo.
Look at those enormous ears. I mean, you think he's just going to fly away.
Looks like Emperor Palpatine.
I don't get that reference. I'm laughing.
I'm sorry.
What's that from?
Star Wars.
Oh, it is. That's got to be a newer one. I'm still working on Han Solo. He looked. I would love if Dan Patrick said something stupid and he just flew away. His ears start flapping. Bye, Dicklick. By the way, Sam, I should introduce people.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not very good at the structure stuff.
We picked up on that.
I'm good at like being the guy who looks like the grimace in the corner yelling out, "Show us your tits." I tried to look presentable on Howard for about 2 weeks. When I got that job, Colin Quinn called me up because of the morning. He said, "Congratulations, I'll give you 8 weeks." And I don't know how I lasted. Well, I mean, I know, but I'm not going to get into it. First letter V, second letter Ikenin. And I said I'm not going to look good anymore. I'm going to look homeless at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. And Jim Norton used to do spots at the Comedy Cellar and look presentable. I'm like, how are you doing this? You know, well, I mean, his old body he had, and Jesus Christ, what a transformation that should be on the news. I started looking like a homeless fat person who just got out of an insane asylum or something. And people say, would you fit into the new Stern show? Gwyneth Paltrow was on. Would anybody in her life let me a foot away from her? Why would I be? They call the cops. She's talking about her new $200 energy drink, and I'm like, hey, can we see your ass?
As her handlers are pushing you away.
It's like, get away.
I'm trying to think of the ending of Shakespeare in Love.
Artie's new look is the guy who didn't get the part in Newsies.
In what?
Newsies.
Again, a great reference. I don't know. It's just funny no matter if you've seen it or not. I should have seen that movie.
They were worried about
with the
not
hat,
being.
yeah.
They were not being. They were worried in the lobby. They were like, "Oh, we didn't dress up for this."
Yeah, like because
I didn't say that.
yeah, that was me. And because we're sitting in the lobby and we see all these people super dressed up walking by and not even making eye contact.
It's all these asshole yuppies who live here, like from Indiana. They came here to work on Wall Street. They're modern day fucking pilgrims.
They all had Yorkies, every single one.
Yeah, exactly. Yorkies and asshole kids. Well, anyway, the people here, my guests, are first of all my favorite comic working. New guy. I like other guys, but they're my age. I'm 48. Put it this way: my favorite comic working who still has hope. He's one of the few guys I actually took the time to tweet. Good job. And he was on my old show quite a bit with Joe Mackey. Right? Is that his name?
I have a great Joe Mackey story about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he was on here, and it only lasted 8. I fell off the wagon for a little while and I had to leave. And Joe did 8 minutes, and I said, "Joe, we got to go." He goes, "What's the matter?" I go, "You can stay here. I'll be back at 2 a.m." But we'll get into that. But you came in with him together, and you were both hilarious. And then since then, I've just become a fan of Sam's stand-up.
Thanks, man.
If you want to see a really smart, funny guy, like a guy who's really dangerous and edgy, he doesn't have 8-minute bits about going to brunch with Nick Kroll.
I'll get there.
Yeah, right. That's what you're aspiring to. The Comedy Cellar, one of my favorite places on earth. Sam is one of the newer guys who does it the way we used to do it. Nobody makes fun of anybody at that table anymore. People get away with shit they never could have got away with.
It's getting very soft, and punchlines seem to be not a thing.
Yeah, but speaking of offensive, I'm very worried that it's all over the news now that Donald Trump on the Stern Show in 2002 said that he was for the Iraq War.
Right.
And a couple of fans tweeted me and reminded me of what happened just before he said that. And if they play this whole tape, I don't know why they would. I'll be working construction next week. It was 2002, so it was a different time, and we were talking. I like Trump. I'm
That's how
sorry.
a bad story always starts. It was a different
It
time.
was a different time.
That's what my grandmother says before she's about to get real racist.
I feel like, well, yeah, this kid, the guy from Kids in the Hall, Kevin McDonald, he did a couple of Mad TV shows. He had a story. He goes, he had an uncle who at Christmas would get drunk, and every year say this sentence: "All I know is the Jews must have done something pretty bad to get Hitler that mad."
I got a grandfather who calls watermelon soul pumpkin.
Well, I mean, forget about it. North Jersey, my God. I mean, my God. Every kid I went to high school with, I was in their weddings. They had a bat in their back seat that was something be good stick. And it wasn't African American. Literally, some guys would write it on a bat.
It's dedication.
And some of our black buddies would go play football. They'd find it and go like, "So Cohen, what is this?" I'm like, put it back. I love when real racist guys. This happens all the time. They misinterpret political incorrectness for blatant racism.
Right.
Like, some guy said to me, "Oh, I called the wrap-up show and I called Beetlejuice a stupid nigga." And they said, "Oh, fucking PC police, man." PC police? That's the real police. You just out of nowhere called a black midget a filthy little nigga. And you think that's a job for the PC police? And they think I'm going to relate to it.
You'd be like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, no. Well, the guys who project stuff out like, "Oh, do you love this joke? Two faggots walking to a bar."
Oh man, I just did this club in Tampa. Do you ever do side splitters?
Yes. Oh,
Bobby
God.
Jewell.
Yeah,
Oh man, he told me a pretty off-color joke.
Yeah, no, that's what happens. But the inanimate. Did you ever do that club in Kansas City, Stanford and Sons?
No, I've heard stories
Oh
about
my
that
God!
one.
Forget about it. The owner would pick you up with an ankle bracelet, like from the cop. And the one guy. This is one of my favorite stories ever. Okay, I'm late. The plane is late. I got the early show. I'm headlining 3 shows that night, and the guy picks me up in like an '82 Celica. And it's barely running. He's got the ankle thing on. Now, those ankle things, you can't leave the county for 1 second or you get arrested.
Right.
Okay, they rezoned some of the streets. They were doing construction. A direct line to the hotel. Somehow, with the new zoning, we left the county for 4 seconds. So he says to me, he goes, I see him turn from I'm like, the Marriott is right, what are you doing? He goes, "We leave the county in a block. I can't do that. Like a SWAT team will come." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I can't do it. I'll get violated. I'll go back. I can't leave the county." He goes, "It's fine." So he takes me like an hour after we get traffic. I'm like, "Why don't I just run to the Marriott?" The guy couldn't leave the county. So I finally get there. I do a 4-minute change. True story. I get to the club. I have to fucking piss before I go on stage. One bathroom outside the green room, locked. A waitress is taking a shit. And this chef is by. I goes, "Don't fuck with her, man. She's in a mood." And I said, I gotta go on stage. And I kept knocking. I go, "Sweet." I go, "What's your name?" And it was like Angie or something. And Angie, I have to go. It's the headlining comic. Nothing. I keep knocking. The third time I knock, here's what I say. Here's what she says in this inflection. "I'm taking a dump." She was less charming than the ankle bracelet. He left the county for 4 seconds, and he couldn't take me to the Marriott.
This is who they have taking care of you. This is your driver.
This is my driver.
Jesus.
Some Tampa is one of those. That's one of those cities where those guys after the show flip flops in the front row, and they have money for no particular reason. And they all invite you back to a jacuzzi, and it's like, "Oh, you want to come to a jacuzzi? Who's going to be in the jacuzzi?" It's going to be Kim and Nancy and Tony. With an I or a Y? Yeah, my friend Fred. Yeah, Fred's where you lose me. They all got yachts and they inherited, but Tampa's one of those asswipe towns.
Oh, they all look like Eminem still. It's not good. Tampa is like, I ended up outside. I was in a bad part of town. I was outside. I was waiting for an Uber late at night, and this guy is like, he's like, "Give me some money." I'm like, "Dude, I have no money." He's like, "Give me some money."
That
And I
sounds
was
like a great part of town.
And I said, "No." He goes, he gets in my face, like, "You racist motherfucker." was like, come on, man. And I end up saying I have no money.
You
and then-
racist.
He goes, being racist for that.
That's great.
And then right as I say I have no money, the Uber shows up and it's a Mercedes.
Oh man, that's just bad
I
timing.
had to apologize to get in.
I'm not a racist. Like, excuse me, I get in my Nazi car. That's right. So I don't want to give you my money for no reason. And
I'm just thrifty.
yeah, I'm Lloyd Bridges on Roots for that. I mean, that is just fucking fantastic. Yeah, it's the racism, the Black Lives Matter stuff. I went to a rally for Black Lives Matter, and I just wanted to see if I get my wallet back. And you laugh. A guy's cousin knew a guy. I got it back.
It's all about networking.
No, it's a very okay. The other comics here, I don't know their names. But let's explain. Who's Caleb?
I'm Caleb.
You're Caleb?
Caleb Brookhart.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? Nice to meet you.
And
man.
yeah, nice to meet you. And explain why you're here.
I'm a
Which one of you has cancer?
It's all a make a
This is Make a Wish kid.
Yeah.
What? No, who are you now? What's your name?
I'm Ryan Lina.
You're Ryan Lina.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
yeah.
Now explain why you guys are here.
We're comics from Baltimore, Maryland,
Wait, just let me go.
Murder City, USA.
Magoobies.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, Magoobies,
Magoobies,
Comedy Factory,
Played it a bunch of times.
High
Sure.
Tops,
Yep.
and
High Tops. I haven't done High Tops yet.
yeah.
I will. After this airs. Yeah, so you guys are from Baltimore, you're younger guys, right?
Yes, sir, yeah.
21.
Yeah.
And did you
22.
contact me? Danny told I'm sorry, I forgot. You contacted me on Twitter, and I said, come on, right?
I did contact you. Thank you very much.
And what was the give me the nature of the exchange?
I said, hey man, this is gonna sound really weird, but I'm a nobody.
This had to be when I was off the wax.
Yeah. I'm a nobody from Baltimore, Maryland, with some other nobodies from Baltimore, Maryland. And
That's a good way to start a pit, you know.
yeah.
Trust me.
That opens doors. Mr. Bruckheimer, I'm a nobody from Baltimore.
I was like, can we come on? And you tweeted back at me, and you didn't say anything. You just tweeted his Twitter handle, and I just ran with it. So maybe you were off the wagon. I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
I was just trying to annoy Dan.
Yeah.
Like, because Caleb messaged me on Facebook. He was like, hey, you want to do Artie's podcast? And I was like,
Wait, so you took the liberty of inviting a friend?
Well, you said it was okay.
I did?
yeah.
I thought I texted his thing. Dan said it was okay.
Well,
no.
Dan, I love how Dan leaps into like, hi guys. Oh yeah, okay. He tweeted you about. Okay, you're here. Thursday's fine.
look, I don't want to start any infighting
kidding.
here. I didn't.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm just happy
Thank
we're
you.
here.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. Like, the entire car ride up, I was like, there's no way this is going to happen. Like,
What's me? What do you think you're talking to? Fucking Jennifer Aniston? What's the? I mean, I'm two shitty jokes away from being a longshoreman again. Well, that's great that you're here.
Thank you.
And
Thank
your
you. Thanks for having
comics.
us.
Thank God you're here, because that would be reason to quit if you got like podcast catfish.
I thought we were gonna get robbed. I seriously.
That was my thought, too.
Well, the night's young.
I didn't want to say that the entire car ride up, but I was like, this is some kind of weird scam, like a Craigslist thing, where they're just going to call us up there and then we're just going to get the crap beat out of
Oh,
us.
it's all right. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
But then I saw polos, people wearing polos.
Yeah,
I was like,
and
this
I
is
was
probably
like,
gonna be
we're
all
Well,
right.
no, this building is like, again, when I first moved here, I get on the elevator, and it's a guy and a woman who look like pilgrims. And the woman, I could tell, hated my guts. The guy said to me, hey, Artie, I saw you on the E! Show last night on Howard. I said, oh, thanks, man. And the woman shot him a look like he was raping their cat. And I'm like, oh, God. And the guy put his head down like a good fucking fag. And that's what men do, right? That's what men do. Your generation's fucking Clint Eastwood is Neil Patrick Harris.
He is a stoic man.
Motherfucker. He's getting fucking James Caan type roles. He plays womanizers. Anyway. So some of these art jokes are just pure anger. So I say to myself, God, she was mad. He mentioned the E! Show. And I said to myself, what was on the E! Channel? And when I remember what it was, I could not stop laughing for 4 hours. She probably saw this with him and realized they're living 40 feet from Satan. We put mayonnaise on a stripper's ass, and we were throwing bologna at it. And I hit her with. I made my first 3 bolognas stuck like a pyramid, and I won the contest of bologna mayonnaise. And she had a black eye, and she had a black eye, and we were. I guess we could have been more compassionate. I said, what's your boyfriend doing? He's like, oh, he's a short order cook. I said, it sounds like something else is black.
Wait, is that the girl?
But the Trump thing, that's what we used to say on the radio. It was on the. I'm sorry, again.
Oh no, is that the girl that you were messing around and saying that you were a boyfriend when you were in Gary's room?
No, that was a crystal clear.
Oh, okay.
She thought that's the greatest moment in my career.
That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my
When
entire
she
life.
really thought I was her boyfriend. She said her boyfriend was, but I offended her somehow. So yeah, and her boyfriend was an African American gentleman, because she told us that, and he was going to call in later. So she makes me leave the room. Howard jokingly says, "Leave the room," and I go into Gary's office and I call in as her boyfriend. Now listen, okay, this is a 21-year-old stripper. I don't think she's going to fall for this. I'm literally doing a black voice like from the 30s. I heard she was a porn star. Her name was Crystal Clear. And I said, yo, baby, what's up? She went, Randall! Totally thought I was, the moment when she thought I was really her boy, and I realized I could keep doing this, it's the single best thing that's ever happened to me. Like I had carte blanche. We were on Sirius to keep being her boyfriend in that voice. And the prize, a new sponsor was Carson's Ribs, and she was going to get that as a prize. And I was saying something, don't come home without them rib. And she just bought it. To this day, I think she thinks I was her boyfriend.
You told her to drop them titties out too.
I got her to do shit. Like I was a black guy with a chick for a while. I was like I got everything I said she did. You're right. I said take your shoes off. For no reason. Bring back them ribs. I did it for like a half an hour. Oh, it was so much fun. You're not going to hear that on Scott Shannon. But okay, here was the thing with the Trump thing. We're talking about because I let him into the conversation about the Iraq War because he was talking about how his new wife had Muslims in her family, and he was saying that it's really a religion that it's very difficult how they interpret stuff, and 9/11 it happened a year before, and the way they mistreat homosexuals. And I said that's odd. I said, Donald. I said if I was gay, I would only get, oral sex from Arab guys because there'd always be a towel right there. That's literally what I said. So now I'm not proud of it, but that's what I said.
Did he laugh?
Here, ready? He goes, that is hilarious. He might be the only one who laughed.
Wow.
You're going to single-handedly cost him this election.
Now, the guy, I said, was that the same thing? I'm not positive, but the 3 people on Twitter claim that happened. So I remember sort of, but I said a towel right there. Even Howard was like, oh, my God. And Trump said, that is hilarious. So so then Howard went, well, speaking of that, what about the war? I might have cost him the election. If they rewind that tape a little bit, me and Trump are both going to be working at the same car wash. That's so funny. That's when it used to be fun. Today's password is technology. That's right. I'm cutting in to the show. This is Artie Lang by himself or with Dan Filato behind the dish. 24 hours after you just heard me tell that Trump story to Sam and those 2 Baltimore kids, Caleb and the other guy. Dynamic performers in their own right. Dan, did you like Caleb and the Baltimore guys?
Wait, 24 hours after that
next day. It's the next day.
Isn't this? Wait, this is going in the show, today's show.
Yeah, I'm saying it's the next day. Well, we taped it yesterday, the show.
Okay.
And I'm saying I'm not trying to pretend like it's continuity.
We're live.
Right. Well, are we? Well, sort of. I'm just saying I had a edit. I have to put in a disclaimer because I don't want to get sued. So instead of cutting it out because the story's kind of funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah. I said to Dan, why don't we, another Artie Lang innovation on the podcast, I said, why don't we just, today we'll go right after that story airs in the show, I'll just come on and I'll give the disclaimer. I'll get it out of the way before we get to some prying things on my mind. As a little, this might turn into a bonus podcast. Who knows? Dan, do you have anywhere to go?
No.
Sure.
Cubs, Astros tonight, baby. That's all I care about.
I'll tell you, nothing. If you're bored, in the 48 years I've been alive, well, 49 coming up, my birthday, by the way, and yours too. What are we going to do? What are we going to do for a dual birthday? Well, you know what? We can't make this. This will be because this would be the next podcast is 300.
Yes.
Right?
No, the one the next one is 299. The one after that is 300.
Okay, so Monday's 299.
Yes.
I got podcast problems, and 299 ain't one. I don't know what that is. I'm trying to be Jay-Z either. But okay, good. So we have to figure that out. Our birthday, you're October 3rd, same as Dave Winfield, and I'm October 11th, same as Saturday Night Live. Now, and the Bill Clinton and the Clinton's anniversary, and Bill Clinton's speech at the DNC. I found out he said, October 11th, 1975, the last time I fucked Hillary.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the anniversary of their wedding or the last time he fucked Hillary. Pick one. God, we were talking about this. Bill Clinton went for low-hanging fruit, man. I mean, Paula Jones. I'm trying to think who Paula Jones looked like. What does Paula Jones look like? I mean, the schnoz. The schnozo on that. The scandals. Remember the scandals?
But
she taped somebody and and everybody's coming on somebody's dress. He came on every dress he saw. And then maybe Paula Jones had a big nose because she was Pinocchio. But it stopped growing after a while. Jennifer Flowers, that's one of the better Stuttering John moments in the history of Stern.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yes,
he
absolutely.
got into the main press conference during the as the campaigns were going on for him to get elected in '92, and she's trying to get him ousted by saying, John, he got picked to ask a question. Will you be sleeping with any of the other candidates? And she giggled for a little bit. And then made a shitty face. Look,
and she was on numerous times after that, right? Do I remember that right?
On Stern?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Didn't she have a book and didn't she come on? I
know Tony Bennett played Jennifer Flowers on the show. No, Tony Bennett played Paula Jones on the show. Okay, my new favorite guy is this Korean kid. Oh my God! Look at the look on the generals' faces when he's talking to them. You could tell he probably just if they look at him wrong, they're probably taken outside, and he watches dogs eat them.
Right. Would you see that story I printed the other day that they banned sarcasm in North Korea?
So you know what? Matthew Perry can never go to North Korea.
That's right.
Did they ban Matt Speak?
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah. By the way, this is why this generation gets on your nerves a little bit. Matthew Perry renamed sarcasm Matt Speak. It's over. It's fucking over. He's feeling nuclear warheads, the Korean kid. Look at how bloated he is when he's limping because of the gout. When he has the gout, he looks like Boschetti limping.
I know.
Mrs. Goutfire. Question on the world stage. Who's more dangerous, this guy or Basad? The Korean guy or Basad?
Man, that's a tough question.
Or Putin? Who should we be more scared? Who are we more scared of? Before you say Putin, I know he's got the most power, but who's the most nuts?
I would say the North Korea guy.
He's the most nuts.
Yeah. And probably can do the most damage because all of our soldiers are on that line.
Right.
And that's probably as far as their nuclear warhead can go. It can't go very far.
Well, that's the thing. They're trying to get, the capability. Isn't it scary, though? Don't you feel like they'll get that capability somehow? It's so funny. They can't figure it out. It's great.
But the Chinese even have to figure that this guy's so nuts that he can't.
You can't give it to him.
Right.
But what about Trump? How about that? If Trump gets in, where is he in that line, that ranking? Oh my God, it's hilarious. What's going on is hilarious right now in the world. I mean, it proves that life is a joke. The Korean guy is a joke. Putin is a joke. Basad is an evil joke. and Trump and Hillary Clinton and even Bernie Sanders, they're all jokes. They're jokes. There's nobody cool. Barack Obama's cool.
Yeah.
Barack Obama's a rock star. You know, if you want an amendment to let him have 3 terms, I'd go with that.
I think I'd go with
How
that.
about this? You pass an amendment. Does he win in a landslide, Barack Obama?
Oh, absolutely.
Without question.
Yeah.
He'd beat any one of them in a landslide. In a landslide. You know, and I'd have to go back on, you know, the last thing my grandfather said before he died to me. He said, take care of your mom and don't vote for a black guy.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding. He said shine.
Oh, God.
I told you, my grandfather was always almost right. And he always said that Bill Cosby was the biggest racist. And 1 letter off. 1 fucking letter off. Can you imagine? All right. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to go with the Korean guy. I don't know. That Basad guy's evil, but he's just slaughtering people. The shit they find over there, man. Holy Christ, what he's doing to people. All right, well, Hillary Clinton with the press conference, I'm telling you, Dan, I don't know. I think she's in trouble. She looks, Trump looks old, but she is elderly. And if she's not coughing, she looks like she's gonna cough. Or sounds
She's not gonna make it through a term. She's so old now.
Trump might not either. Trump might be one of those guys who goes, and then one day just his heart explodes.
Yeah.
You know? And does anyone believe that Trump doesn't have a glass of wine every once in a while?
Oh, God.
Or amphetamines? You don't believe this guy's not on amphetamines? He might have the fucking shot like Kennedy every morning. Where's he getting his energy, dude? You can see we're talking about Springsteen, a guy like that. You get on stage, the crowd gives you that energy. You're singing Born to, when you sing Born to Run, you get that energy. When you're giving your plan for the economy, it's not the same. She gave a speech today at the new press conference thing, dude, with her. She's giving press conferences, but she only takes questions bashing Trump. As soon as someone goes emails, goodbye. And then she walks away like a turtle. She looks like a turtle. And Bill Clinton is somewhere trying to get hard. He's somewhere with a fucking whore in Westchester while she's on the stump. Yeah, honey, maybe a little more. Maybe, could you call me the N-word? Say F me, Trump. And Hillary's running mate is like fucking in La Caja Falls. Who's the Torch Song Trilogy guy?
Firestein?
Yeah, he's the fucking Spanish Harvey Firestein. Trump's got the megaphone now. He's nuts. Oh my God!
Sorry, excuse me.
Who do you think's got more pussy, Trump or Clinton?
Oh, Clinton.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Trump's not even close.
I don't know, man.
No, Trump's not close.
Who do you think's killed more whores?
Clinton.
You think Clinton's responsible for the death of somebody?
I don't know.
Enough said.
I don't know.
I think.
I just, boy, that kid in Washington, they got killed. I would have never believed the Whitewater thing, and
Right, of course.
Vince Foster had emotional problems. We
really
find out from his family, but
Sure did.
boy,
Because of them.
that kid in Washington.
2 people now.
That kid in Washington, just there's something not right there.
When they put in the papers to sue the Democratic National Convention for what they did to Sanders, the guy who delivered the papers to the DNC representing Sanders, 38 years old, completely healthy. I think he runs a triathlon. Found him in a tub, dead. Haven't heard from that was when we were at the Borgata. So it was August 5th that story broke. You seen that lately? And then 2 weeks later, another guy, right? What was that guy? He was a guy working in the campaign.
Right, and they think that he was the one that leaked to WikiLeaks.
Oh, WikiLeaks.
And he was going to the DNC memos, and he was going to work for Hillary Clinton. Man, there's just something not right there.
Yeah.
And the dad,
Hal Holbrook, were you followed?
yeah, he normally told his dad like everything, like even crazy stuff. And the dad said, I don't know what he was doing in that area.
Really?
But, yeah.
Wait, where was he?
It was like 4:00 in the morning. He was in an area in Washington that I've been to, and I would never go there at 4:00 in the morning.
It's like a gay guy place? When would you go there?
Huh?
When would you go there? Where were the
Well, the Nationals don't play in the best of places.
where were the most dudes there?
When the fucking team was playing, when the home team was there.
You got to see Dan look at Tebow on the cover of the paper.
Oh, gee, you're the one that points it out every time. I fucking hate Tim Tebow. He's such a douche.
Who did you say was hot the other day you loved? Oh, the kid playing Snowden. You said he was hot.
I didn't say he was. Never.
Well, you said he was hot, but the question is, as an actor, but it sounded like you went, oh, God, he's hot.
Yeah.
No, but people say that all the time. Who says it all the time? Harvey Levin. So, oh, wait, that's a bad example. No, he's hot. He is hot. I don't know, man. I don't know. So one of these guys is going to drop dead. I think one of them, if they're not going to make 8 years.
They're not going to. Oh, are you kidding me? Never wait. She's not going to make 4.
When they're 80. Could you tell whoever squeezes your nuts when you yell like that to stop? So let's get the disclaimer, the new innovation. This is podcast technology. We can cut in. So I just told a story about the day that I've been playing on the news in 2002 when Trump said he wasn't for going into Iraq. Howard asked the question. So a guy on Twitter, these Twitter people are motherfuckers, he points out that he goes, Art, do you remember you made a really bad joke and Trump said it was funny? And then I said, yeah. And then he goes, that's how they got into that conversation because I was in the studio that day. And Christ, that's 14 years ago. And I do remember that there's a bit I used to do sometimes. If I did an impression of somebody, I would try to say something really offensive and then in their voice say that's funny. So they look like the asshole. Simple premise. We did it with Hillary, Heidi Klum a lot after she blew off the show. We hired a chick who sounded exactly like Heidi Klum and wrote Nazi shit. And she would say it. I don't think we ever told the audience it wasn't her. And there are definitely people in our crowd who think it's her. But, but these people are wrong. That's not how we got into it. That definitely happened, but I said it as Trump. I said it was hilarious, not Trump, but trying to do a lame Trump impression, and I don't even think it was that show. These Twitter people are fucking, and my brain is fried. So Trump did not say that. I would have blown it off and let the story go, but he's running for president, and God forbid somebody gets something going to where that makes news. Not even in the big world, in a small world. Trump is very litigious. He sues a lot of nobodies too.
Yeah.
The worst thing would be even if it doesn't even make the paper, I get sued as a D-list comic for some stupid thing that 4 people heard on a podcast. So we're playing it safe. So you heard the story, but that didn't happen. Trump never thought that joke was hilarious. Yet Trump never said that the joke, I would only get blowjobs from Arabs if I was gay, because there'd always be a towel there for me to wipe my dick off with. If you want to see that joke in its full length, check out Jack and Coke on iTunes.
Yeah, it was amazing.
What is that?
Eric Trump. Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was amazing.
Is that Eric Trump?
Yes.
He thought the joke was amazing. How much the Trumps are like the new Kennedys in the sense that Eric is like Ted. He's the boob.
Oh, I thought he was like Rosemary, the retarded one.
Wow, I mean, he probably plays with himself at the table.
Whose show? You know what? We need to offer our services to him because now that Greta Van Susteren is gone, he's got no show to go on Fox. That was his go-to show.
He goes on other shows. Greta Van Susteren was the way to get in. He started with the mop. I said, I got David Tell. We were talking about how she was interviewing Melania Trump, and Melania Trump looked like Cinderella. David Tell on one of the podcasts said, "Oh my God, that looks like Cinderella talking to the mop." I wonder if that could be more perfect. 30 years of writing jokes never came close. And the other guy we talked about on CNN, you're talking about guys who seem happy to be here. There's a heavyset guy who's I don't know if he's a surrogate. He's on the stump. Let's put it that way. He's one of the guys, he's one of those rare guys who's not a candidate, but he's on the stump. Heavyset, looks like Vinny Favale. glasses, and they go to him and they go, well, listen, he's got to get the numbers up in North Carolina. That's the key state. He looks like he just sat on a muffin. He's talking now. Wait. What's he saying?
So every time there's a new release, there will be a new moment of this. To me, the question is Hillary Clinton done talking about this? Or is she going to every time, because she's not done getting questions about it, and she will continue to get questions about it, but how she frames her...
He sounds like he just signed up for the new Richard Simmons eating.
I was just going to say, those glasses look like they're just about to explode off his head.
He's chubby, but I know in the gay community, and I'm not saying he's gay. I'm not. But in the gay community, there are more chubby chasers in the gay community than there are in the heterosexual community. Like, in other words, a lot of hot chicks who like fat guys like myself or whatever, chubby guys, they call them chubby chasers. That's rare in the heterosexual community. But I do find, and Dan will confirm, I do, and this is why I think Dan keeps a gut going. You keep a little gut going. You don't get fully in shape. In the gay community, there are a lot of people like chubby chasers, a lot of hot guys. It's more common in the gay community that a Tim Tebow would like a chubby guy than, say, Hannah Davis would like a chubby guy in the heterosexual community. Dan, your thoughts? I'm sorry. He looks like Boschetti, that guy. If Boschetti knew everything about if Boschetti knew what the word rhetoric meant. By the way, are we worried about Boschetti? Are we worried about our friend Mike Boschetti?
He's available to us in October.
Yeah, okay. Could you imagine somebody saying that?
I can't really.
Is that our October surprise? How many plates are under his bed right now? How many dishes with dried up ravioli gravy are under his bed right now? Okay, here's why we're worried about
and cat hair.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my God! Oh my God! No! Remember that one picture that got out on Twitter? You saw the corner of his room.
Oh God!
There were spider webs and dust and dryer balls.
There was no dryer balls.
There was a dish from. There was a ravioli plate from the late 70s. There was a ravioli plate that looked like he ate it while he was watching a first-run edition of a Barney Miller.
No, he's the big Fonz guy, so he's Happy Days.
Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It looks like a plate that's been there since the Mork character was introduced. He went to his brothers and go, this guy's going to be a star. I wish I could see this guy's sizzle reel. I wonder when he decided to be a comedian. I'm going to ask Mike Boschetti the next time we see him, if we ever see him again. When he decided to entertain America. At what age did he decide to become the greatest comic of this generation? Arguably, in my opinion. Was it right after he accidentally dropped the torpedo warhead against the Marines? Oh, wait, here's Tom Selleck talking about the reverse mortgage.
Just like you, I thought that reverse mortgages had to have some kind of catch, just a way for the banks to get your house, right?
He looks like a 1918 fireman.
Yeah.
Look at that mustache.
I know.
When is it time to shave the stash, Tom? Do you know how many asses have been on that mustache? He shot Magnum P.I. in Hawaii. How many fucking of those Hawaiian little tatas were on that mustache riding it along? Or, from what I've heard, Jack Lords.
Wow.
Never know. I don't know.
Oh, that's so sad.
No, it's not. Right. Magnum Queer Eye. You see, the fact that I just thought of that on the spot is why you're paying $25 a day. All right. So the disclaimer is that story never happened. That you just heard. You heard it, and you get all the laughter. We let you have the laughter, but not the lawsuit, because it would directly affect you, the consumer. I might have to stop, or might have to pick it up a bit. Who knows? But I said it as Donald Trump. He never said it. It probably wasn't the same episode. And Twitter people are they can get you in trouble. Also want to give a shout out, a happy birthday to Michael Tommy. Michael Tommy, my godfather. I feel like this just happened. Remember I said happy birthday to him last year? He turned 65, and I gave him a shout out on the podcast. That feels literally a blink of an eye went by. Wow. Man, I mean, you have another birthday coming up. That's what it proves.
And he told me he's rooting for the Cubs this year.
Yeah, why not? Yanks have an outside chance at the playoffs, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, how about this? To see a Cubs World Series game.
Oh, my God.
Just have to go to the Bronx.
Against Joe Girardi, their former,
Yeah.
first. I think Joe was a pretty high pick for the Cubs.
Yeah, but no one remembers. No one remembers he was on the Cubs.
Sure they do.
Nobody does.
People in Chicago do.
Right. The people don't count. I mean, you remember. It's a big deal for you. Big draft pick, JG.
Out of Northwestern.
I tell you, is he really?
Yeah.
Did he take theater?
I don't know.
He was a great Stanley Kowalski. He was a very conservative Stanley Kowalski. Remember that Woody Allen stand-up, and he used to go, yeah, in the 4th grade I was in the play. We did Streetcar. I was one of the better 8-year-old Stanleys. Yeah, okay, let me tell you something. The Korean guy is just... What's the story on him? He took over for his father, and he had his uncle killed, right?
Yes.
Trump loves that.
And if you look at him the wrong way, he kills you. And he's one of those guys where, he tells you, let's rob the treasury, and then when you do, he blames it on you and kills you. Yeah. He's had a couple of those guys, too.
You know what it is? He's an asshole.
Yeah.
If he does that, you got to go, you're a real asshole.
Oh, yeah.
What does he have, siblings?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, the world is a very unstable place now, man.
But we're in with him.
No, I know.
Because we know Rodman.
We're fine. He knows how to do the Phil Jackson zone defense.
Yeah.
You're telling me about zone defense? You think about that. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
I bet guy asked if he could blow Dennis Rodman. You know what I mean? You think that's what it's about?
Yeah, I'm sure that there was something.
I'll blow you. I'll blow you. I give you sanctuary. Aye, let's rob treasury. Let's rob treasury, Rodman. I'll blow you. You put strap on. Yeah. You break a cock. I become an lecturer. He's got a cigarette. This North Korean guy had a cigarette talking to the generals. He's always got a scotch, a cigarette, and pizza. Look at Hillary, the shrill. Look at her. She's there. Who dresses her every morning? She doesn't even know where she is. Hi, how are ya? I think you're something. They're both going to drop dead the same day. After he makes America great again. So here's Dennis Rodman, the Korean guy. Yo, talk about me over, man. Yo, come here, Dennis Rodman. Yo, look. I put a dress on like a common heckler. I call him a heckler. And you break your cock off of me. You break your cock off of me. And my ha. And then we go and we watch 2 dogs eat my generals. 2 generals looked at me wrong this morning. So I got the Dobermans out on the and we go to the pit. We light a cigarette. We watch them get eaten by the Dobermans. Then we go. I told you I have a Gretchen Carlson in my basement.
Oh, God.
I kidnapped her for my friend Roger Ailes. My friend Roger Ailes, hey, kidnap Gretchen Carlson. And I said, okay. And then he say, kidnap Gretchen Carlson. And I say, okay, how many bitches you have named Gretchen over there? Then we go get the hose. And then we go get the hose. I get Korean hose. You want to eat dog? What kind of dog you like for lunch? I got a big lunch. We're cooking a whole kennel. We're cooking a whole kennel for you, Ramen. You like Doberman? You like Rottweiler? I love Rottweiler. You love a Brussels Griffon?
Oh, come on.
We're going to eat a Brussels Griffon. That's going to be like our tater tot. That be our appetizer. I go, you like appetizer? That's my joke. Because Brussels Griffon is a small dog. A little dog will have an appetizer. So for appetizer, I tell my general bring out 4 Brussels Griffon. And then for the main course, we eat Catholic Griffon. I kidnap Catholic Griffon. And then we're going to act like Merv Griffon. And you're going to bro me. You bro me. I'm your bro? No. You bro. You bro me. No? You bro me. Hey, I have a joke for you. I say Bill Clinton, you come here, I give you a job, Bill Clinton. You know Bill Clinton? Yeah, I give you a job. You review the movie for me. And go, okay, I pay you without money. The first movie I have Bill Clinton review, what do you think it is, Des Ramen? I know what. That's the joke. You don't have it again? No. The first movie he reviewed for me, Bill Clinton, is The Intern. And then I say, well, did you like it? And he say, it sucks. You like that joke? You get it? No. You don't get it? Did you hear about your scandal? You don't understand? No. What kind? You're not up on the news? That's Robin. You remember that intern that looked like me? Remember he blow her? No, she blow him? Well, there you go. So here's the joke. I say, I have Bill Clinton. I say, you Bill Clinton. Hey, Bill, you look really wrinkled. What happened? What, did somebody wrinkle all the cum out of you? You look like you got all the cum wringed out of you. And I say, your first movie is The Intern. Get it? Right there, I gotta laugh. Right, I'm doing this in my new at the Soul Improv. At the Soul called the Rough.
Seoul will be in South Korea.
Yes,
but...
South Korea Improv. I kill out South Korea. Next, we're gonna try to figure out what animal Barbara Starr look alike. I said, Barbara, your middle name is Super, because you're a superstar. Bro. And he say, I say, Bill Clinton, what about Intern, the movie? He go, it sucks. I go, really? He goes, it blows. I follow up and it blows. Just when you think you can't laugh anymore, my stand back, I hit you again. You understand? Bill Clinton. I hate Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton bad, forbidden it. Trump bad, forbidden it. I want to have party with, oh, look, my generals all crying. Look, they cry as I smoke a cigarette. Look at the old guy right there. Look at the drums they're playing. Oh, thank you, sir, for not having me killed. What is going on? They're jumping around. It's a joke. It's just a joke. The world's a joke. The South Korea Sea? Like, what's going on in the South China Sea? What's going on? What are they doing there? They're building, China's building, like, little pods.
A fake island or something. They say that they have rights over it, and because it's...
You know the fake island we have? Long Island. That's my new joke. I go fake on Long Island. Massapequa. Saring I take a lie detector with an thorium. Are you Kim Jong? Are you? Do you currently have a nuclear war? I don't have nuclear warhead. Thorium. Just answer yes or no. You're being a little deceptive. I have you eaten by dog, Thorium. Let's just say, Howard's being deceptive. You're sick. Did you, Kim Jong, have your father killed? No. I don't kill father, Thorium. Okay. I don't know. I tell the truth, man. Did you have somebody kill your father? Oh. No. I don't know how he's being deceptive. He's being deceptive. I gotta take a shit.
It's all the MSG.
Yeah, listen, the MSG. What do you mean? You go Maswa Garden? That's a joke. Did you, Kim Jong, send Bill Clinton to see the intern? Yeah, my joke. Did he say it sucks? Yeah. That is funny. That's not one of the questions I do. I like that job. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I gotta take a shit. Is there a place? Is someone in the palace or something? Did you get a jet score? I asked my Red Rose. Hey, Red Rose. Yeah, you. The one that not eaten by dog today. Can you get a score for Etorian? Who's Etorian? This guy here with the enormous machine. Yeah, sorry guys. Let me check my figures. Let's see. He had his father killed, but he didn't do it himself. Oh wait, I got your question, Howard. Are you attracted to Howard Stern? Are you Etorian? Etorian, you call Kim Jong-un homosexual? Yeah, well, I guess so. Howard's sick. I don't know. Are you attracted to me, Tori? Not all. Did Dennis Rodman tell you I bro him? What do you say, bro? I say I'm your bro. That's what I say. You know how Artie and Howard are not bros? Me and Robin bros. So you did not bro him. So what you're telling me is, Torian, what you're telling me, Torian, is you, Kim Jong, did not bro. Yeah, bro. Did not bro Dennis Rodman. You say you were misheard? Now you got it. Yeah. And you are bros with Dennis Rodman. That's what you're saying. Yeah, now you're the only one who understand. You and Torian. Now we got separate room for your lie detector machine. I got a deal on it. I bought it in 1972. I bought it at the Munich Olympics. I was over there doing lie detector with some terrorists over there. I said, did you kidnap Olympic athletes from Israel? They say, yeah? Oh, I hate those Olympic athletes. Those swimmer fucks. I hate those American swimmers. Boy, that one guy, Ryan Lochte. What a fucking retard, huh? Yeah, he's kind of stupid. Did you, Kim Jong, just call Ryan Lochte stupid? Ryan Lochte. He is stupid. If I was the head of Ryan Lochte country, yeah, what would you do? I have him eaten by dogs. That's funny, because you guys eat dogs as well, right? So it goes both ways. Did you, Kim Jong, ever eat a dog? No, but I fuck a couple. Look at this bitch over here. That's a dog. I fucked her. That's my general. I've actually done fuck my uncle once, and then I have him killed. He give me the HIV. Are you saying that you, Kim Jong, are HIV positive? Yeah. So that means you're a fruit? No. It means I get blood transfusion in Haiti. Did you ever use IV drugs? Yeah. Do you have any on you? This is an off-the-record question. Me and Torian, I like to get some smack from you. It's a long flight. I got flown in there by the Stern Show, and then they put me at the Marriott. Oh, you at the North Korea Seoul Marriott? Oh, I love that place. I got pussy there many times. Me and Rodman are bros there. You blew Rodman there? No! We're bros. You want me to blow Rodman? No! Should I bro Rodman? No! And Torian giving that guy a lot. I'd pay $1 million to see those two. And he's not alive. We have to get. I don't think he's on Howard anymore. I don't think Howard would mind if I had him on. Maybe I gotta check through the grapevine. I gotta go through the fucking Underground Railroad. Penetrate the Marsha Turk. What's your name, Turk?
I think so.
What's your
Marcy Turk.
Marcy Turk, yeah. The Turk. She's known as the Turk. She's very good with a knife. Salazzo is known as the Turk. Well, Marcy, he owns the poppy fields in Sicily. She processes them in heroin. Now, what do you say? What do you say, Baba Boy? Should we go with Marcy Turk? A lot of money that white powder. All right. Well, I think calling me stupid, but I think Wolf Blitzer get more distinguished look every day. I watch a love Wolf Blitzer. What do you think, Wolf Blitzer? I like him too. I gave a lot of thanks for it. Did you Wolf Blitzer ever crack a smile? Yes. He's being deceptive. He never smiled once. Look at him. He doesn't know how to party. I like to let my hair down sometimes. Me and Artie went to Danceteria a couple times.
Oh, God.
Right before it, yeah. Madonna was banging Jelly Bean Bonitas. I bought the lie detector machine off of him. He used to buy and sell stolen appliances. I bought that in a couple of washer dry units. I had the original washer dry unit for Maytag over there. I did some acting. I auditioned. I was supposed to be the Maytag guy. It didn't work out. Instead, I went into the lie detector field.
Now, does he carry the lie detector like Otto and George with the dummy thing?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It goes everywhere. Oh. Actually, I think he did. He considered doing a ventriloquist act with the lie detector. Hi, I'm Victorian. This is my friend Lie LD. Hey, say hi to the crowd, Lie. How you doing? Yeah, that's him. Now, I'm gonna have a drink of water while lie detector. He gives Pamela Anderson a lie detector while I'm drinking some water. Did you ever sleep with a colored guy? And you can tell I was drinking water while LD here. I call him LD. That's the dummy. Ask Pamela Anderson if you're sleeping with a colored guy. Now we'll continue the act. What LD? What did she say? She was being deceptive. Can anybody see my lips moving? That's the whole point of the act. Yeah. My finale is it gets very, very confusing. I give the lie detector test a lie detector test. Do you lie detector test? Did that Dorian buy you in 1972? Yes. I'd be deceptive. It was actually beginning of 73. I just broke it up with this colored chick. She was half colored, half Asian. She was a slope.
Oh, God.
But she was a slippery one. That's how we used to talk back then. I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens. I'm a Greek kid from Queens. I'm half Albanian. Yeah. I bought instead of buying a house, I bought a gold chain in 1974. I'm still wearing it. Yeah. I've had the same hairdo for a while. This got me a lot of pussy back in the day. Yeah, I'm the original Travolta character in Saturday Night Fever. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm Antorian. And it's time to talk. You can love me. We are family. I got all my brothers with me. We are family. Grab all your sisters and fucking see whatever. Yeah. Hey, I wrote a lot of those songs. I will survive. Hey. Once I was afraid, I was petrified. I'm telling you, I was petrified. I'm Victorian. I wrote, the original song that I wrote was called "Did You Ever Sleep with a Colored Guy?" And I got to number 5 on the charts. Sister Sledge sang it. It didn't get too far though. Some black community assholes on this stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so.
Brown skin girl, Ed Torian's version.
I was Van Morrison. I enjoyed it. I did Van Halen. Morrison was my character. Yeah, it was very good. We used to sing "Running with the Devil." Yeah. Can I? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were sitting there. Can I go? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a little late. You got everything you need, right? Yeah, you got the Bill Clinton joke? Should I repeat it? Yeah, I forgot that. What is it? It was very funny. You forget my Bill Clinton joke? Yeah. Well, I have you killed. No, I'm kidding. I love repeating the joke. It's so good joke. Here's the joke. You tell people that I can run. Yeah. Yeah, what was the joke? I hired Bill Clinton because he don't work now. And he needs a job. Oh, okay, I get it now. And what do you hire him to do? What, watch movies? No, review movie. But you got to watch it to review it, right? Yeah, so technically I was not wrong. Shut up. He reviewed a movie. Guess what the first movie I have him review? Bill Clinton. The Deer Hunter, right? No! You ruined joke. My question I ask you, what Torah call? What? Rhetorical. What are you talking about? You're hysterical? Rhetorical. Yeah. Don't ask a question. So I say, what movie? Falling in Love. No! That suck. I tell you, I can't wait for Michael Rehab to be on the Moody show. Michael Strahan, yeah. Did you ever sleep with him? Why you ask? Because he's a colored guy. That's sort of my signature thing. No, I never see my way, huh? He's going to be really good with the rhetoric. I tell you, he really knows how to talk to a crowd. He and that Kay Ripper. I hate that Kay Ripper for what she do his spirit. She ripped the spur out of him. Yeah, no, it's terrible. I had a shot at banging her one night in the Hamptons. You were going to bang Kay Ripper? You, Victorian? Yeah, she was on Molly. I sold her Molly. You sell Molly? On the side. Can I have some? For my red rolls? You want to give your red rolls? I sent Bill Critton, the intern. Oh, he watched it, right? And he said it stinks? No! You know nothing about comedy. Why we say stinks? Oh, I'm sorry. The money. Yo! Yeah, he said he put a cigar in its pussy. Oh! He said it suck. You know, like she sucked him. Oh, I get it now. And then it blows. I understand that. Listen, I'm going to shit my pants when I go. I thought my red will show you how to go and shit her. He was being deceptive when he said. All right, I'll stop. Anyway, there you go. There's the bit of the day. All right, so my Uncle Tommy. Again, it feels like the year flew by. He is my good friend, a father figure. When my old man died, he's an older brother, a father, everything. I love the guy. Only guy who ever loaned me money, except for Danny. And I love him. Love him to death. And I wish you a happy and healthy 66th birthday. And he handles my money, so don't retire. But he used to have, as they said in the morning, the Raider song, The Autumn Wind, my Uncle Tom for years had a blistering black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold, and the trees all shake and quiver and quake. As he robs them of their gold.
Oh no!
My Uncle Tommy is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll make antipast and something that rhymes with antipast, and laugh when he's conquered and won. Happy birthday, Uncle Tom! And that's it. Yeah, right. We did the disclaimer.
Yep.
Shout out to my great Uncle Tom, 66.
Happy birthday, Uncle Tommy.
Absolutely, 66 years of age today. My Uncle Tom, is an old school Italian guy, but proving he's not homophobic. Took a red velvet cake from Danny once. I loved it.
I'd love to look as good as he does at 66.
Oh, thank you. Well, you already look worse. That's impossible already. I look worse. Here prediction, Dan. Do I make 66 years old?
Yes.
I tell you, he's being deceptive. All right, enjoy the rest of the podcast. I'm out for the. This is a disclaimer. We're outie, no doubty. Again, you talk about the cellar. Like that table used to be very, vicious.
Well, I missed a lot of that.
That's when you were young. You're a guy in a different, the wrong time because you would have fit in perfectly. It was, if the whole world was like that table, like the sense of humor about racial stuff and everything would have been like Patrice O'Neill and Nick DiPaolo. If a really creative, risk-taking executive for any network heard any of their exchanges, they'd have given them a show. And it's like the most famous exchange with them is Patrice went to get a physical and he was late for something. So Nick, with that Boston accent and that sarcasm, even when he's saying something that sounds caring, it sounds so like an insult. Like he goes to him, "How is your physical?" How is your physical? How is your physical? Patrice goes to him. He goes, "Man, I got." It's kind of prophetic there. He goes, "Man, I got 7 out of 10 things that kill niggas." Without missing a beat, Nick went, "What, am I a handgun?"
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
That's great.
Yeah, that was great.
Nick's so quick.
And everybody laughed. I know, everybody laughed. Nobody went, ooh. Ooh, people would go, ooh now. There'd be some 21-year-old Asian broad from Geico going, ooh.
Well, there's
Why don't you go hone your 3 minutes, honey?
that table.
The guy goes people on tour with 42 people and add up to an hour. I'm sorry.
But they got people in the seats, and I don't.
I apologize.
But no, but
that is the word. That is. I'd be. Yeah, it's unreal.
They, there is something like the table should be safe, like, and that stage should be safe. And when you're doing a show on the road, and you're like, you really want to groan? This is the last place we could say whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly. That's a great point. Don't you want to live vicariously through the comic? Shouldn't you want me to be offensive? You want me to talk like you and your asswipe friends? Like, you work in a cubicle in a marketing place where your boss checks your tweets, and if you say the wrong thing, you're fired. I figured it out. I get to say this shit, and I'm getting paid. You should be happy to see me. We're hanging out together. And instead, they groan if I try to be. Is there any? I'm trying to think. I'm 48 years old. I'm trying to think as a 25-year-old man if there was anything a comedian could say that would make me go, ooh. Like nothing. He would have to be on stage punching my mother in the face, and even then I would be a little hesitant.
I'm more offended if it's just like a hacky premise, or if it's like, or if they're trying to be really edgy and it's just dumb.
Oh well, that's horrible.
But if they're going for it and the attempt is good, people don't take intent into consideration at all.
Well, how the fuck do you get new material if you don't risk failing? You have to.
Right.
And I wouldn't be able to do what you guys are doing in this Twitter era. You get judged instantly. So what do? You stay with the safe 7 minutes, because if you fail with the 8-minute new one, you're going to be on Twitter with your fucking friends going, oh, and you don't want that to happen, and you don't fucking try anything.
I got it.
It's in the old days, it used to be just you and 300 people in that fucking room at the St. Louis Funny Bone.
That's like an old school club, the St. Louis Funny Bone.
Well, you could say whatever you wanted back in the day when I started. It was just you and those people in the room. Get a check and leave. And now it's not. It's you and the whole fucking world is in that room.
Right.
Like what happened to Tracy and Ken. Like, there's no defending what Tracy said.
I got it.
Which one? Was that with about his son?
Yeah. There's no defending what he said.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, it was before the accident.
And probably after the accident.
It was before the brain damage. Swear to God, true story. My mother loves Tracy Morgan, and I told her he was okay. My hand to God. True story. I said, Mom, no brain damage. He's fine. She calls me up a month later. She's almost crying. She goes, you know what? Don't lie to me. I'm watching Tracy Morgan. He's not making any sense. He clearly has brain damage. Interview from 2002. I've never told her it wasn't. He just got SNL. She goes, I can't understand him. Get him.
I overheard Chris Rock once at the table. I just overheard him say that someone said, do you think he's going to be okay? And I heard Chris Rock say, it's not like Tracy's comedy relies on precision.
He hosted the first Guys' Choice Awards on Spike TV, and they hired me and Rogan and Dave Attell to go out there and be the 3 comics on it, and they paid us very well. So it's the worst. It's the worst thing I've ever been. I did a dinner theater play once. That was better. Then I said, "How are you going to cut this together?" Tracy hosted it. He was incoherent. 80% of his monologue, he was arguing with the director and the he's in there. He's a genius. You know who you is. And so he sees me in a tell afterwards. He goes, you coming to my after party at the Roosevelt? I said, yeah. So we go there, and again, I don't know how he was happy. I go, Trace, this is a major thing. I know that's awful. You have to ask them to edit you out of the show. There's no way for you to look good here. But I'm like, what am I going to try to help him for? So we go to the party. There's a little enclosure the size of this table. And it's Tracy and 80 of his relatives, this close to each other, and me and Attell kind of go into the little taped area. I'm face to face with Tracy, and Attell is like this, smoking a Marlboro Red, and we just try to. The 15 minutes. We'll stay 15 minutes. So I make a small talk with Tracy Morgan like this, and I go, "How you doing, man?" He goes, "I'm enjoying my sobriety." I said, "How long you been sober?" He went, 8 days. Some people have like Rock is an intellectual. He overthinks stuff. Some people have that thing. We'll call it not being an intellectual. But that word, I would love to have that. Like, it's usually hacks and people who are terrible, but they come off stage and having a set that I would quit the business doing. and they think it's calling at Carnegie Hall, man.
Right.
You know, and that I'd love to have that. But the great ones always think they suck. When I worked with Norm, I never heard Norm Macdonald say he was good, ever.
Yeah.
He would do Letterman. I go, how'd it go? He goes, it's terrible. And I watch it. It's like the best appearance ever. And that's how the great guys are. You know, they just always think they suck. But that's why I get not to harp on the Sam stuff. But I like your stuff because it's actually dangerous. It actually does take a chance. I love when people say like a black guy's taking a risk by doing racial humor. There's nothing less risky than Chappelle doing race jokes in the world of comedy. You know, the other angle, a white guy doing it, that's dangerous. I mean, not being racist, just even bringing it up. They don't listen to context. You just hear a word that's a race, and people write you off already.
And then they quote you.
Well, that's why then they misquote you.
Yeah.
You know?
I appreciate you saying that. I don't think it's really that risky. I think like people have gone in such a way that's sensitive that now.
Wait, am I
it's
thinking
like,
of you?
You're thinking of Artie Fuqua.
Artie Fuqua, by the way, I said to him when I first saw him, I said, so Tracy pays $40 million to open for him? the most successful guy, there's a guy who owns an Escalade dealership that just sells fire engine red Escalades, who's richer from comedy than Peter Sellers was. Artie has 4 fire engine red Escalades and 4 fire engine red Armani suits to match them.
I think the second we like, it was like the first night he was driving around the cellar. I said to someone, I forgot who it was, we're just hanging on the steps. I'm like, man, I hope he didn't go and spend his money on stupid stuff. 30 seconds later, he pulls up in that red SUV. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh my God! Well, what he supposedly got is true. That's a lot of Escalades you'd have to buy. But
he's got a lot of cars.
I love him. I'm so happy for him because he's a guy that's so alive, and you realize how if he was sitting a foot over, you know, it's a different story. And
if he was sitting a foot over, Ryan Reese would finally get those host spots at the cellar. But, you know.
You know what I do? I sometimes talk about walking half the room for a little while. I started Joe Matarese opens for me, and I would say to I said, listen, I just went Tracy Morgan's new house. If there's anybody who drives from Walmart here, I'll be at exit 8A. Just make sure you stay up for 20 straight hours. Just veer into me. I said, you can kill Matarese.
I think we're doing a show with him.
I'll split it with you.
I'm pretty sure.
Walks half the room. With who? Joe Matarese?
Yeah, on the 29th.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's something to look forward to. What color's the Bentley gonna be? No, Joe's great. How'd you get that gig?
It's at Magoobies.
Yeah, it's
Oh, Magoobies.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys work? I played there about a year and a half. I like that club a lot.
yeah, it's really nice.
It's run
though.
by some cool people.
Yeah,
too.
the
You play there,
awesome.
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the bourbon bar.
Right.
Wits
Super
End.
Wits
nice.
End, yeah.
People
yeah.
there are great.
Yeah. Wits End does like an open mic every Tuesday night. I'm normally
Wits
there
End,
every
nice.
Tuesday, Yeah.
Sometimes these guys who own comedy clubs, they don't know their own business. Like the guy who owned the Pittsburgh Funny Bone, the old one was great. And then he opens up a new one with 80-foot ceilings where the laughs go to die. And I'm like, what are you doing? Do you even know your business? He puts a paper thin wall up, a stud every 17 feet. You know, I don't know how it passed inspection. And there's a karaoke bar that he owns. Right next door. I mean, loud karaoke. So you're trying to do like a joke, and you hear Johnny used to work at the dock. Union went on strike. He's dead.
I actually just I just got booked at a rave like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
It was
A rave.
yeah. It was so horrible.
Wow, that's something I don't know anything about a rave.
Like
I don't either.
that sounds like a nightmare.
It was like I'd be trying to be like
Who would do that? There's one guy who kills at a rave, and that's Doug Stanhope.
I just have no self-respect.
Yeah, well, listen, you do whatever you got to do, but like, are people sitting down? I mean,
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. So they put us in like a closet. Like it was a conference room. It was a conference room. They put us in.
right? They put you in a closet
Yeah, put us in a closet
with James Corden.
and they didn't even shut the fucking door. So there was a concert going on like 20 feet away.
A concert?
And-
You mean like a guy with a laptop? Like
Yeah, he was playing his iTunes.
I love a new version of a concert now. Like the guy a laptop. You used to yell out like Eric Clapton, do Layla guitars, and they check your emails, Tiesto.
And then
Hit the
everybody
space bar.
was on fucking ketamine, so they were just
Well,
staring
that's
at
what
me.
it is, right?
I guess.
That's
know
what a
what that
rave is.
is.
You got to be,
I'm not a rave guy.
you got the kind of drugs that make Zac Efron seem like a great actor.
Those drugs don't make me funny because I had a rough set.
Well, nobody's. How are you gonna kill him?
Yeah, that's a hell gig.
Come on.
Yeah, that's rough.
I just got booked to do an NA gig with him too.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And
Yeah, but those are good though.
Narcotics
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Yeah, those people
I'm
they
excited
need
for it.
laughs and they're good.
I gotta
crowds.
tell you, I go AA and NA. I prefer AA. NA people are angry. Like,
Oh really?
Oh,
Well,
fantastic.
Oh, Caleb, you'll fit in really well. My shit's gonna just
you
be
get
terrible.
those meth head people who are very dangerous. Hell's Angels guys sharing. It's like, okay, we don't need any more. We don't need to know any details.
Oh, like those Walking Dead people from Reno, you know?
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
unbearable.
Oh, the group therapy stories I have, from Rehab, a black guy. I do this joke. There's a true story. A black guy told me it looked like I was pouring cocaine on a cheeseburger in a group therapy thing. It's dead silence, and then, the only sound somebody made was this Puerto Rican kid said, "Oh snap!" And it was a live-in rehab. So we go to everybody in the group got a day. They ran the music, whatever music they wanted, by the 2-hour pool lunch. In this town outside of Miami, they get to pick the music. This kid had like a mix tape. This Puerto Rican kid. It was his day. I'm going through full-blown opiate withdrawals. Full-blown. Like, I'm like this. I'm thinking I played Carnegie Hall a year before. I'm down money for my career. And shaking on a loop for about 15 minutes until I got up and begged the counselor to stop him. This is what the kid played on a loop. This was, "Esta loca, esta loca, esta loca, give me head, esta loca."
Now coming to the stage, Caleb.
Please welcome comedy styling. You've seen him on Artie Lang.
I cannot fucking wait to use that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
go right ahead.
You guys are talking about dead people in Reno. I hope to have those problems someday.
Oh man.
Well, you're young. How old are you?
Reno's a good time. If you ever want to see fake tits in an oxygen tank on the same person, check it out. It's a good time.
I already have a stepmother.
Well, wait a minute now. Sam, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 30.
Yeah, that's part. It's a great age, man.
It's a good time.
How old are you, Caleb?
I'm 21 and Ryan's
I see
22.
you
I'm
guys are
22,
very young. Very.
Yeah.
I mean, 21. You guys are doing gig. I was still playing wiffle ball. I was a slow starter.
We get to do great bars where nobody's paying attention to you. It's a bunch of people who didn't want to come see comedy.
Well,
having
yeah,
to see
sure. That's
comedy.
Yeah, but that's what you got to do. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to suck for the first few years. And you don't want
Yeah.
people. You don't want to be playing big gigs now. You know.
Yeah,
First, no, you don't. Right. The first
You
set I
think
ever
you
did,
do, but you don't.
I was 19 when the first time I tried it, and it was at the original Improv, 9th and 44th on a Sunday night, and I was not ready. But they put July the 12th, 1987. Somebody took a picture of everybody in line waiting. It was a lottery thing, and I got on the first night, and I bombed so. Well, the bit I did the same bit at Carnegie Hall 13 years later. I explained it. The only laughs I got was this song parody. The show Cheers. I said, what if the show Cheers were about a gay bar and queers? And I wrote the theme song, rewrote the theme song. I sang that, and it killed. But it's the worst. The woman, Bud Friedman's ex-wife, who looks like something you would find at a live bait shop. To quote Danny Rose, was so mad at me for doing a song parody. He was like, she said, I said to her, she wasn't talking to me. I said, do you have any advice? She goes, I give advice for people who don't do song parodies.
I bombed so hard the other week that a woman with dwarfism who walks with Tiny Tim crutches.
You mean a midget?
Yeah, a straight up midget. Yes, unadulterated midget. she wrote a bad review about me online.
Yeah.
Like a scathing review, and then I had to answer calls from my extended family. Like, we thought you were okay at this. Why do you fucking suck so bad?
Wow,
How do you know
come
she had dwarfism by the email?
No.
What does that have to do with the story?
No.
It's called her name is Helen the Dwarfism.
No.
Stage name.
I did a set for her, and she was in the front row, and she was like a little lady.
Well, you have to be.
Yeah, and I asked her. I did something like, at the midget conventions you guys have, do you like get special podiums, or do you stand on a milk crate or something?
Yeah, they're not going to like that.
No, she
I also don't think there are midget conventions.
No,
I think it's a flawed premise.
There used to be.
She's been to 2 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Ohio.
That's I got an angry email. I did a joke about the little kid getting eaten by an alligator at Disneyland, and
Very funny.
and I thought I had a pretty,
course you did.
I had a pretty fun take on it, but basically this woman. But this woman wrote a hateful email, and the best part of the email, she said, when Lane Graves, the 2-year-old child, was murdered. And I was like, murdered's a weird word choice, I
He
think.
was hit by.
Yeah, that makes it sound like the alligator was paid to do it. And then afterwards, he went to a payphone and was like, "It's done."
This joke got a standing ovation in Minnesota. Chris Brown beat the fuck out of Rihanna around the same time that that chimpanzee ripped that woman's face off, and I said, I can't believe that chimp attacked that woman. Chris Brown is an asshole. Standing O in Minneapolis.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh. It has been very racially charged.
That's terrible.
I had one on Brock Turner.
Let's just see how we can be. Let's just see who can work construction.
Yeah, I had a Brock Turner thing. Too.
Brock
What if by the
Turner,
end of this podcast, Sam, these two are in show business and we're not?
I said about Brock Turner. I said, man, can you believe that guy's out already? Can you imagine if he were black? That guy wouldn't be able to swim at all. But see, people getting offended. It's about the misdirect, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
I've been trying to the Bill Cosby. I did they aired this on TMZ. God bless them. They get me out here sometimes. They asked me about Bill Cosby. I said, I have a theory on why Bill Cosby has that crazy eye. I said, when you're raping a chick, you have to keep one eye on the door, and it becomes permanent. In case Tempest Bledsoe wants a script conference. And the guy Harvey Levin loved it at TMZ.
That's a
So
muscular
I think
man.
they're going to give me a callback.
Yeah.
My grandfather was always just missed being right, and he always called Bill Cosby the biggest racist of all time. At one letter off.
So close.
One letter off. I'd love to dig him up and tell him one letter off.
Oh.
He is blind now, and he's got the cane at trials. He's really fishing for that likability. Really pathetic.
He doesn't even need
Look,
it. It's just-
That's a sympathy limp.
Fishing for the likability. Yeah, I mean, again, he won. He's 80 years old. He can't see. I mean, come on. He got away with it. Where was Janice, whatever the fuck her name is, screaming with those big, ugly lips?
Dickinson?
Yeah. Oh, who needs her? She's not helping the cause. If I were those other broads, I'd say, shut up, Janice. She doesn't seem credible. The other ones do. I mean, what an awful, creepy story. I mean, he's the most prolific rapist of all time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, maybe.
constant.
No, he might be. I mean, it's crazy.
Biggest statutory rapist, R. Kelly.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I got to tell you, ever seen R. Kelly sex tape? That guy knows how to make love to a woman.
That's a
Eating an
girl.
ass. He's eating an ass while he's slapping it.
well, that's
You know, the woman looked like she was 60. That's the tape he should have sent in. I'm with Florida from Good Times. What is he in the joint, R. Kelly?
No.
No.
no. I think he's active. I think.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Robert Kelly, right? The cop. That hurt Robert's bookings for a while.
I mean, let's be honest. I think it helps.
No, they don't, dummy. Yeah. So again, a hard time. You got young kids. I don't envy your situation. I really don't. It's a very, again, I don't remember how I got to. People say, how did you get successful? Like, I have no idea. I can't tell you how to get into show business. I can tell you how to get out. There's always that Michael Richards ripcord you can pull. But it's all over the place too. Like we were talking before we went on the air with Sam. You just had a great set on Colbert, and you're telling me you had a killer set with America's Got Talent and stuff. That's major exposure,
Yeah.
But. What?
I lost to a mime named Tape Face on America's Got Talent.
Unbelievable.
He's very good, but it's still a fucking mime. So.
Again, talk about selling out. The worst thing Howard's done since I left that show was fucking America's Got Talent. There was a stuttering comedian on the show. Howard called him an inspiration. We used to make Stuttering John cry. Stuttering John couldn't say a sentence without Fred and me going, Howard laughing and what? Are you really making that?
Kid,
are you buying that pivot?
That kid's like a 4-year comic, but he blew up because it's like people they want.
It's done now though, right?
I mean, he's probably killing corporates.
I heard he booked. He's doing the countdown for New Year's Eve on CNN.
Fantastic.
He's starting now.
My grandmother's going to be very happy.
He's got to be like that. Like, what's that fan doing right now?
He brought me a bomb the other day,
did he really? Those shows. Nobody has anyone ever got one last comic standing done anything.
I opened for Dat Fan when I was like 19 at a college.
That's
and
great.
and I remember he just snapped at me because I shook his hand and I had pink eye, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "You got me. You might have got me pink eye." And I was like, "Jesus, man!"
Like, shut up, dude. I'm more worried about catching some from you.
Yeah, he is. He really went far with 5 minutes, but then so you gotta. Did he repeat material on last?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I remember the original hosts were guys like Rogan and stuff who thought there was integrity, and he soon found out there wasn't. They point out glaring shit. That one gay guy would do old jokes.
Ant?
Yeah. The gay guy named Ant. Go figure. He wasn't funny.
Oh God, yeah.
He would,
terrible.
Like, who's buying this? And Rogan called him out. He did that joke where he said, "Boxing guys. I mean, you'd fight for a purse and a belt." He did that joke. And Joe Rogan said, that's like 400 years old, and the guy won. So that's what they want. They want someone who's a pain in the ass. They want like a Coors Light commercial, somebody from every fucking race. And
I did Last Comic, and I remember the girl in front of me fucking bombed, and she moved on, and I didn't, and I killed. I mean, that's just they're casting those shows. There's nothing to do with
people
jokes.
live in the house. Like I say, you want to just in your own mind show you how comedy has changed. Can you imagine Richard Pryor and George Carlin in a house? Bloody Bruce.
Imagine Richard in a crack house.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like, it used to be edgy.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones never went to the Grammys.
Right.
Because it was corny. It's like now the rock stars get slimed at the Kids' Choice Awards. Could you imagine James Caan getting slimed? They punch you in the fucking face. Well, kids go, I don't give a fuck about the kids. Fuck them.
I remember when I did Last Comic, Norm was really cool and Roseanne was really cool, but then Keenan shat on me and he was like, well, some of your jokes were good, but some weren't, and I was like, well, I liked all your scary movie films. and he completely serious he goes, I only did the first two.
Oh, shut up. You should have said, Keenan, you're shitting all over me. You're sure I'm a white guy.
Was that the year Anthony Jeselnik was there?
Yeah, he was there.
Was he nice?
Was he nice?
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Seems like a sweetheart.
Jeez, you really are new to show business.
Yeah, what a question that is. What, are you going to go stand outside the Oscars later?
I might.
Trying to catch Army Archers back? Was the Anthony Jeselnik nice? No. He was a bit of an asshole.
Talk about a disappointment.
Yeah.
Never meet your heroes, kids.
Yeah. Well, he's your hero. Oh, my God. Yeah, you got to get better heroes this generation. You know why there's no good rock bands? You guys have to go to comics. There's no good rock bands anymore. It's like music is so scattered.
Yeah.
The top 5 songs all sound exactly the fucking same.
Yeah, but top 40 comedy sucks too. You know, like if you
Well,
listen
what
to
is
like
top 40 comedy?
Jeff
Jeff Dunham
Foxworthy.
and that bullshit. I mean, if you go to the top selling, it's usually garbage.
Yeah. It's all they want to be the most marketable thing. Like it's the easy money thing, you know.
It is a skill, that shit with that dummy shit.
Yeah.
I used to work with Otto and George, horrendous ventriloquist, but my God, what an interesting guy. I went on a coke run with him at a club in Buffalo. He brought the dummy.
I was hoping it would go there.
He was afraid someone would steal it at the hotel. And,
Oh my God,
so
that's amazing.
we were in a fucking after hours club doing blow. The dummy was in between us, like a huge box. It looks like we just killed a Filipino kid. There's a kid decomposing in the box, and anybody looking at him wrong, he just was and on blow, he was so vile with people. Like, what the fuck are you looking at? And
with the dummy, was he like?
no, the dummy was the one. He said, all right, I go, your act, you're never gonna get on TV. He goes, no, the dummy says the N-word. That he thought it'd be cool. I said, yeah, no one's gonna pick up on that. And in Buffalo, you read the real estate section in the Buffalo. You can buy a fucking 8-bedroom house for $4,000. Like, it's so depressing.
In Buffalo?
Yeah, all those kids, they have like an indoor above ground pool, like huge mansions. And the kid at 21 has dark circles under his eyes. It's like, can I get out of here? They want to leave. I'm like,
Yeah.
There's a Bills game and shoveling snow. That's it.
Yeah, I was in Buffalo once. I remember just swiping on Tinder and being like, "Is this it?" Jesus
All we
Christ.
have is
Tinder. I know. It's very, very, very hard. It's
Yeah.
like, these kids are. Again, we have Where'd you grow up, Sam?
New York City.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's right. You big Nick guy. Are you a
Yeah.
Manhattan kid?
I am, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Are you excited about dude, this dark growth thing is bumming me out hard.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's very difficult as a New York sports fan in general, and to have come up with those teams that actually for a little while challenged Larry Bird and the Celtics. I hate to say you're spoiled. It's like I don't want to hear about it till we're great,
Right.
And how much longer is Phil Jackson going to tolerate, and this weather and
Right.
shitty weed?
it's worse.
He's in the winter of his life. How long is he going to do this?
Exactly.
He's got his girl. He's in the same situation as me. He's got his girlfriend in Los Angeles. He dates Jeannie Buss.
The one difference is about 15 million years.
A bit more than that.
Yeah, no, you're right. But he, I think. Do you think he wants to prove that he can do it without Michael and the Lakers and Shaq? Do you think that that's still in him? Like, is it ego? It's got to be ego.
Yeah, I think it's probably like a circle of life thing. He did it with the Knicks when he was a player. Now he comes back and he gets the ring with the Knicks.
Was he on both the championship teams?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Boy,
I think he wants to he did it as a player. He did it a bunch as a coach. Now he wants to do it as an executive.
I mean, but some of those fucking once they got Rodman with Jordan and Pippen, I could have coached.
Yeah.
You got to go keep it up.
It's like when you're coaching with like Peyton Manning. It's like, yeah, do whatever Peyton says. I think he's got it.
Well, I mean, your football's kind of like basketball. Baseball is the most.
Yeah.
Unpredictable.
That's
yeah.
the biggest sham.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
call a guy a genius. Like hit a 3-run home run if you can. If you can work that into the night.
I told him to do that.
The only thing Buck Showalter's got going for him is that hip grab. That he does
He's
when he runs
the
across
hip there. He's like,
Well,
We used to have Buck.
Yeah, that's a baseball guy.
oh, I love Buck Showalter.
Right,
Like,
that's
he's-
a baseball guy. But he set up the team for Torrey. He was the manager in '95, and Torrey came in and.
Oh, him
Yeah,
and Mattingly missed out, man.
Right.
It's a
No,
bummer.
you're right. They just missed.
They just
Mattingly
missed.
finally, and he had a great postseason. Mattingly. That reminded me of when I got on Mad TV, we had a pitch meeting. It was all the movie parties with these bad puns, and I would yell out stuff as a joke, and cut to me in 3 hours of prosthetics. Okay, Tori Spelling agreed to do the show. So her manager wanted pitches from us. As a joke, I said to Tori Spelling bee, she has to spell the word nepotism. And then use it in a sentence. And Tori looks right to the camera and goes, I like nepotism. They sent that to her manager, and then it was a joke. And they said she doesn't want to do the show. She got mad. And they came back, we talked her back into it. As a joke, I pitched Joe Torre Spelling Bee, where she manages the Yankees. And they pitched that to her. I said, these are all jokes. She officially stopped. Didn't want to do the show anymore. I then pitched Tori Amos and Andy. Cut to me as a chick, never aired, singing Tori Amos songs. Hello with the hello there voice. That they spent money on that. I was in prosthetics. And the little show lasted 14 years. Comedy is a fucking upside down world. Dead Man Walking. I said Ed McMahon Walking. I was Ed McMahon.
Have you seen the new Mad TV?
But I got offered it.
Did you really?
I said I'm 48 years old. I could barely do it at 27 on blow. I could barely handle the schedule. I heard it's on like it's good for me. I get checks. Every time they re-up it, I get a check from the being on the first season. You get royalties. You know? They sold it to Europe. I don't know where you get 8 G's. I'm like, damn, nice. But it's a quick high and it goes down. And when you realize you owe it to a bookie in Staten Island.
Named Bobo.
I got Denver. Nice. I got Denver here. They're down by a fight and do this shit. Like, they know something we don't. He throws a soft pass now, Peyton Manning. How about the commercial where Peyton Manning calls Eli to come over to watch the game, and Eli goes, I got a fucking game. And Cooper doesn't even get that call. He goes, well, I'm alone. Like, you got another brother. Terrible. Terrible.
Who's the quarterback of the Broncos right now?
Siemens?
Yes.
Siemens. Because they cut Sanchez, right? And he's in Dallas?
Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
You ever see the video of him eating a fucking hot dog on the sideline?
I usually turn it off second.
He's got it like between his knees, and he's like putting mustard on it, and they're like making fun of him, and he's like, oh.
Mark Sanchez?
Yeah, when he was like in the middle of a game.
That's another reason to love him.
And then he was like, you guys gotta try the chicken fingers here, they're incredible.
How fucking the low self-esteem on Jet fans. He's like a legend because he got the 2 AFC champions.
I know.
He's got warning track power, and he's a fucking legend.
He was basically Trent Dilfer. They just had defense. You know?
I know.
They didn't need much.
I'm very proud that I own a Trent Dilfer jersey from Baltimore.
You guys are that's right, Baltimore.
I'm a Lions fan, so I hate myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Johnny and I worked at UPS in the offseason. That's when men were men.
That was in the day.
You know? Brooks Robinson. Those Orioles, those are some fun teams, man. You're too young, but what a fucking third baseman Brooks Robinson was.
Yeah, I've watched the highlights and stuff like that just because I'm a big sports guy, so that stuff's amazing to me.
Yeah, no, those highlights of his, like that one play he makes on a third base.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good way to pick up a millennial chick as a Brooks Robinson conversation.
Can you tell I'm a ladies' man?
So, what did I want to get to here? I was like, okay, I talked about Trump. That fucking...
You got a picture of me over there?
Where?
On that piece of paper.
What are you talking about? A picture of you?
Yeah.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Dan, I guess, Googled this.
Oh, okay.
Dan continues
This is a real show, man.
Is that
Google,
you?
man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me about 60 pounds lighter.
You look like a chick. Were you sick?
No.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, that was probably the healthiest I've ever been.
You look better with the meat on you.
Thank you.
Is that a Dare shirt?
Yeah, that's a Dare shirt. I'm big into keeping kids off drugs.
Keep the weight on.
Yeah, thanks.
Got a pro-drug shirt.
Oh, great.
I'm kidding. Did anybody see the libertarian guy not know the city?
Yeah.
Gary Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I loved
He is fried,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't know the city either, but it's not my job. So, you know.
That would be like Roosevelt not knowing Stalingrad.
Well, I love that. Like right after that, they released the Google demographics, and like everybody on the planet Googled where it was.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, they're going to crucify him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his job? You
Well,
know what I
he's
mean?
running for president.
Running for president,
Absolutely.
you know? That's
Like I knew where it was. It was just
He's,
But I mean, they have it is a particularly bad city, so they hammer it a lot on there.
Yeah.
But
there's a low bar though. It's like when Matt Lauer says something about like to Trump, like no one's expecting you to have foreign policy knowledge. You're like, well,
Right.
he's running for president. He should maybe open a book or two.
well, he just says what Reagan did. I'll ask the generals for shit.
Right.
What up, Matt Lauer? Is that your plan to ask the generals? Yeah. Weren't you a gardener 20 years ago, Matt Lauer? Hillary's in trouble, though. He's not going to stop now. He's a pit bull, Trump. He will not stop.
She's gonna win though.
I don't know. There might be something there. Fucking Trump might have tape of him and Clinton fucking a midget on a fucking. The October surprise.
You had me on tape. And you know what? She hated Caleb's show. So.
Yeah.
He just when it's at the tail end, Trump's going to send an email over to Hillary and just ask Bill if he remembers that guy's wedding. What? In Tampa?
The antibiotics.
Dude, I want to hear Hillary and Huma's conversations.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's just so fucking sad.
Oh, I know.
Did you see that documentary on Anthony Weiner?
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking sad.
He's a whack job, man. No pun intended. I just want to see I want to be friends with them and see their holiday Christmas card. Happy holidays from the Wieners. It's something very interesting is going to happen.
Yeah.
I think we still haven't seen that. And Hillary Clinton, whoever told her to yell, screaming, she sounds like Gilbert Gottfried telling the fucking aristocrat joke. I went into the Oval Office and I saw the cigar in her twat. And she was shitting and coming all over my husband's face. And I said, "You call yourself the president?" I said, "I call myself the aristocrat."
I really want to see that now.
Let me tell you something. He looks like he used to be a fucking paper towel full of cum and someone wrung it out. he's like, he is gone. She wants a job where every day she goes to an office, her husband got blown by a fat chicken. That is just blind fucking ambition. I don't care about my daughter. She's going to put her daughters through that shit again.
I wonder what their relationship is like. Like, what do they like each other, or are they just like we're partners and we're in this together?
Exactly. It can't be. I mean, when I heard that he risked the greatest, most important job ever for a broad, I said, I can't wait to see this chick. It's going to be Pam Anderson's hotter sister. And then it was like me in a beret.
But that's what these guys do. Do you see John Edwards fuck? I mean, it's not about the pussy. It's about the risk. It's about the ego.
It's the low-hanging fruit, you know.
Right. Well, but Kennedy was about the pussy.
Kennedy.
But Kennedy last real man.
Yeah, there wasn't any. There wasn't any Ohio Sixes on that one.
But dude, can you imagine like if Obama got a blowjob in the Oval Office, like what people would be saying about him? And like Clinton was just that he dodged so many bullets.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was like some guys are good at it. Like a couple of biographers would say about JFK, he was good at it. He was smooth. Like Ted Kennedy would be drunk and he'd trip over a hooker and and then drown a hooker.
Yeah. That's a good sign you're not a good ladies man. Is that you're drowning the ladies.
I drown a whore. Listen, can you get Daddy on the phone? I got a rather unique problem.
To the Hillary Clinton thing, my grandfather used to be real high up in the Baltimore Police Department.
The story's already bullshit.
No, it isn't. It is bullshit, I swear.
I'm kidding.
He said the Secret Service came and they took him out to like a bar when they were off duty or something, and one of the guys got drunk and said that she was a lesbian. Yeah, I'm gonna get Seth Riched for this fucking shit I'm dropping right now. That she was a lesbian and they used to go.
Wait, when did you stop? Did you talk about yourself in the third person there? I don't want to.
Yeah.
What's Seth Rich mean?
Seth Rich is that DNC guy that they're saying was the leaker.
Oh, the guy who got killed.
Yeah. So you'll see my name on the news in like a week.
Dude, if you get murdered by the Clintons, that's a fame thing.
Yeah.
That'll put people in seats.
My parents will finally be proud of me.
Honestly, that's a serious thing. There are two guys who were very young and healthy who did very anti-Clinton things that got found dead.
Hopefully, I'm number 3. Fingers crossed.
That guy, the guy who
so we called her a lesbian. That was it.
Yeah, he said they
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, he said
supposedly she is.
He said they hate her because she would only let one of them go with her, and that's like against the rules. But
everybody hates her.
She would go to
that is true. Yeah.
She would go to upstate New York all the time to visit her lesbian lover.
And well, listen, what the fuck? Well, look what Bill's doing. The only one not getting laid. The only one not getting laid in the house is Chelsea.
I'm gonna have to Julian Assange myself. If you get a text message, Dan, that says "help," you can cut that out of the podcast.
Is that a millennial thing to use a guy's name as a verb?
Oh, look.
You've Assange yourself and you've Seth Rogen yourself.
No, Seth Riched. Seth, I've already
Same guy.
I've already Seth Rogen myself. Look at me.
Do you guys know? Remember the story about the guy of the Giants, Pierre Paul, who blew his hand off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys? There's audio of that we played here before, and a guy claims that it's a scam. A fan of ours. There's a guy named Brian Jones who's a African American gentleman as well, and he has a very similar voice to Pierre Paul in this tape of his hand getting blown off. Does anyone know who Brian Jones is? Not the Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I was gonna.
He's used to be a football player. He's a really great sports broadcaster, and he's on the show all the time. He's a great fucking guest, and he does sound a little bit like this guy. But this kid claims we got scammed, and this is really Brian Jones doing this. If this is Brian Jones doing this, he should get an Oscar and an Emmy like melded into one, because this might be one of my favorite pieces of tape. Dan, play Pierre Paul's hand getting blown off first, and then we'll go to Brian Jones.
You need to sell that shit to the National Enquirer.
Well, I've sent it a couple of times. Apparently, I'm not a good source.
That's what I'm trying to do with the Hillary.
This is Pierre Paul's hand getting blown off.
You can't see him on my camera. My shit all fucked, so it doesn't matter. Oh shit! Oh Jesus! Lord Jesus! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus!
It gets worse.
Oh, Lord Jesus! Lord Jesus! Oh shit! Whoa! That was awesome! That was awesome right there! God damn! Wow! Shit! Oh shit! Oh Lord Jesus! Oh Jesus! Get the water, nigga! Jesus Christ! Lord have mercy! Get the water, nigga! It's going down! Ah, the motherfucking bootleg fireworks shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
It just proves when you're on fire, you will get politically incorrect.
Well, at first he just said my shit all fucked up.
Well, in the beginning, he's having fun, and then it went too far. I guess like that is what you would want to do. Like, what else? That's the greatest fire chief would say that exact thing.
No matter what, it's
Right.
It's an impulse thing. Just-
Now, you know what we did? We took that piece of tape and put it as if he was the Hindenburg guy. You don't have that, do you? I do. We'll tell that.
Oh,
We
that's
just melded it. This is what we did. This is a little piece of fun for the new subscribers.
It's starting to rain again. The rain had slacked up a little bit.
Money on your mouth, Vernon.
The back motors of the ship are just holding it just enough to keep it from... It burst into flames. Get it started. It's crashing. It's crashing terrible. Oh, my. Get out of the way, please. It's bursting into flames, and it's falling on the mooring mast and all the folks between it. This is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. Oh, it's...
Lord Jesus. Oh, shit.
400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the...
Oh, Lord Jesus! Oh, Jesus!
all the humanity and all the family feeding around it. I don't... I can't even talk to people. There's fish around there.
Get the water, nigga! Get the water, nigga!
I can't talk, ladies and gentlemen. Honest, it's just laying down massive smoking wreckage. And everybody can't hardly breathe and talk and screaming. Lady, I'm sorry.
Get the water, nigga!
Honestly, I can hardly breathe.
This would be a good
I'm gonna step
Aquafina
inside
ad.
while I cannot breathe.
It works everywhere.
I can't.
Oh, shit!
Listen, folks, I'm going to have to stop for a minute because I've lost the voice. This is the worst thing I've ever
Get the
witnessed.
water, nigga! That was awesome right there, god damn!
That was awesome. I think Pierre Paul's a better broadcaster. Now, Brian Jones is a guest. I don't know. I think, if he made this tape, it'd be a bigger story. Dan, don't you agree with that?
Yes, it's not Brian Jones.
Okay, let's hear Brian Jones.
This the new South, baby. You got to pay us.
Well, actually, we're in the North.
I was a slave for 24 years, not 12.
I think it's an argument. This kid claims it's Brian Jones. Based on that tape, I'm gonna go with yes. Twitter is just filled with lunatics.
Ah,
Like,
the
where do
worst.
they have time? a whole generation's not going to work. They're going to just live off their parents. Like you guys, what do you guys need to live? You look like you can live off like not that much, right? Like what do you guys? Do you come from money?
Oh God, no.
No,
Absolutely
you come from Baltimore.
Yeah.
What? What do your parents do?
My dad is he owns a landscaping company.
Landscaping?
Yeah.
All right.
And then my mom is basically a maid, like a house cleaner.
Holy Christ, you're like fucking. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that.
They're awesome though.
A maid?
Okay. Yeah.
She cleans houses?
Yeah, she cleans houses it's like her own business.
I have a Mexican maid. I have a picture of me golfing with Trump at a charity event. I blew it up and I put it in my room when she goes in there. Scared to death. I clean quicker. I swear to God, I would marry my Mexican maid if she wasn't 60. And what about you there, Caleb? Where do you come from?
I live with my dad's parents, but
So your grandparents?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you can go.
I have two sets, but
Right.
But my mom is a stay-at-home mom, but she lives in Ocean City, Maryland, and
Oh, that's fun, right?
yeah, my stepdad cleans hotels.
Wow.
Yeah, we're both from,
You two are like the blacks.
We're honorary members.
I know, honestly, you know what? I lost all my money recently. I opened up a water park in Flint, Michigan.
I was bombing in Lansing, and I told them I would rather drink the water here than tell another fucking joke.
Oh, Lansing is just, oh my God. Yeah, Magic Johnson's from Lansing.
Yeah, Michigan State, man.
Right, yeah. That guy, I could watch Magic Johnson play basketball forever.
Oh, he's the shit.
Yeah, like those no-look passes. How does, like, do they have a meeting? Do black people have a meeting and go, yeah, the no-look pass is going to go to you? How does James Worthy know he's throwing that ball to him? In street games, you know how many times I get hit in the face when I was throwing the ball? I go, whoa, I didn't know you were throwing it to me. Are you a good ball player, Sam? Because you're a big fan. Did you play ball?
Nah, I mean, I play in the park and stuff. I didn't play college. Or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
With colleges, I mean, you got to be good to play college. It's almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to NYU.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but their team is pretty bad.
Yeah, you don't want
They made it.
The film school team.
Yeah.
Spike Lee is the...
He's running point.
Right. Yeah, well, he basically fucking guards guys. Pain in the ass.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's got a good sense of humor, Spike.
No, he doesn't.
You remember he tried to sue Spike TV when it came out?
Yeah. That was the funniest
Because
thing
he said
ever.
it was there. Everyone thinks of me when they
He
think
owns
of Spike.
Spike. Yeah, what the fuck? That's right.
How about the fucking dog from Rugrats, man? There's other Spikes.
I know.
That's
Could you
amazing.
imagine? Like he's saying I'm that iconic.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
What a pain in my ass.
Crazy.
The talented guy, like every third film is all right.
Yeah. The best ones are the ones he didn't write, though, like Malcolm X, 25th Hour. Those are the best ones.
I know, 25th Hour. Malcolm X. I'm an extra in Jungle Fever.
Are you really?
I swear to God.
That's amazing.
The crack house scene where Wesley Snipes goes to get his brother, Sam Jackson. And he had just been in Major League. It was summer in 1989. In a real crack den in Harlem, 136th Street, Atlantic. And I'm sitting there, and Halle Berry is in that scene. And me and my buddy Deej were trying to get into showbiz. We're like, we were 19, and we said, let's be an extra in a Spike Lee movie. So we're there for 15 hours, and we keep going. The broad next to Sam Jackson is fucking smoking. Like they were trying to make her look bad, and they couldn't. It was Halle Berry. And Sam Jackson was being, I thought Sam Jackson was an extra, and then he started acting, and like, that guy's good. And you see my left arm in Jungle Fever.
And it was just a elevator to the sky.
Right.
Point.
My father knew I was in a movie that was pro-interracial dating.
6 weeks of acting research out the window.
I wasn't trained at that point. But he seemed like Spike Lee. Like it's so funny you say that. He was directing people on that, and he didn't seem like he was saying intelligent things. Like he was just yelling at them. But you got to be Inside Man. Did you ever see that?
I never saw that one. It was great.
Is that with Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel Washington. at his
Clive
finest.
Owen too, right?
Clive Owen. You know what? Do yourself a favor and check that out.
I'll check that out.
That might be my favorite one he ever directed.
That's another one he didn't write, though, right?
No, he definitely didn't write that.
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying it's
I'm saying
the
Do the Right Thing is he wrote, but that's not a real it's not a good story. There's funny fucking shit in that.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's like definitely like it's got a cool energy to it, but it's not like it's kind of like there's not one fucking likable character in it. Mookie's a dick. Danny Aiello is like the only kind of likable one.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
well, you know, the younger brother, Turturro's younger brother, whatever, not a big part. But I can't watch this with a bet. I have a bet on the game.
Anderson's on my team.
I can't watch it. I'm like, who's your team?
I have just a fantasy football team.
Oh, okay.
Not that important.
But you know, Danny Aiello, I guess. I like who's the guy who goes, no, the fucking guy who died, Robin Harris. Where he's like, I'm not boycotting South Pizza. How would you boycott the bar, but I fucked your head up?
Radio Raheem, is that?
The one of the three black guys the older guys are sitting just like goofing on everybody.
Yeah,
He was Robin Harris was one of those guys. He was a comic, hilarious,
Oh, shit.
real funny. He died at 36 of a heart attack, and but he was a funny motherfucker. But he was one of those guys sitting on the chairs. The Korean guy was likable. He had some interesting points. Aiello got nominated for that.
Yeah.
Danny Aiello's an interesting guy. He used to bounce at the Improv. He was a bouncer at the original Improv, and he said he punched out Richard Pryor's wife. What? I said, and I said to him,
That woman could catch a break.
I said, yeah. What was that? What were you his opener? And I said, you're a big guy, Dan. What was she? She was very big, though. That's what he said.
Oh, jeez. That's not a story you should brag about. Like, I know you want to talk about Pryor, but Jesus Christ.
I know. You need to talk about it that bad? I should actually fact check that because we might hear from the Aiello camp. Maybe it was Richard Pryor's cousin.
Richard Pryor punched his wife.
I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up.
That's his claim to
Great
fame.
Danny Aiello film, Purple Rose of Cairo, man.
Oh yeah,
That's one of my favorites.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, great.
Woody Allen. Yeah, he's not in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's with Sun Yi. Sun Yi, like, when did he start fucking her? I'm obsessed with
Late
that.
80s, probably?
1986, Hannah and her sister, she's 11 in the Thanksgiving scene, dancing around. It's the creepiest.
Oh,
like,
God.
was he fucking her then? She's 11. And like, she's featured, too. There's a close-up on her a little too fucking long.
Yeah, you don't know, like Woody, best case, is also not a good person.
Terrible.
There's no question.
There's nothing you could do. There's nothing worse you could do to a human being besides killing them than what he did to Mia Farrow. She saved that chick from certain death of like malaria at 11 years old and gave her a life of privilege on Fifth Avenue. You know,
Yeah.
better Nick tickets than Tom Brokaw.
Yeah.
She should have died. And Woody Allen rewards her by fucking her. I mean, that is like, my God. And she's clearly retarded. She's got that big forehead, Sun Yi. She's slow if you listen to her talk. Did you ever see Wild Men Blues?
That's got to be infuriating enough for someone as brilliant as Woody Allen.
He doesn't want to be challenged.
Yeah, you're right.
See Woody Allen's the movie Wild Men Blues. It's about him and Sun Yi traveling with a jazz band throughout Europe.
Yeah.
And you hear their interactions, and it's like he's talking to an animal. Like he's
That's
talking
gross.
down to her in every. He talks down to her in every conversation because she seems dumb. She's a younger girl, like, you know, and he's like, they're in Venice, and they hear a sound, and he goes, what is that? She goes, a frog. And he goes, a Venetian frog. Like, he's goofing on her.
But he's like, how does someone who writes things that are that profound about love and relationships, how can he? It's amazing that he's incapable of, like, I mean, we're obviously speculating, we don't know for real, but like, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, Annie Hall is some of the deepest relationship shit.
Right.
I mean,
well, no, it's like Crimes and Misdemeanors is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And it's all about dark stuff. In Broadway, Danny Rose, in every movie, he talks about guilt. That's like a recurring theme. It's like, and he says it in Danny Rose, like, you have to have guilt. You're capable of terrible things without guilt, like marrying your daughter.
He's letting it slip movie by movie.
Right, exactly.
New clues.
Bullets Over Broadway, he gets Rob Reiner to say it. He's like, you know, I'm an artist. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
He's
Bullets Over Broadway is another great one.
the guy. Listen, the guy has written one movie a year for 50 fucking years. That's
Yeah.
like, there's nobody in his league. He's peerless.
Husbands and wives is when it really started to get creepy.
Listen, I got to tell you, that's what they were shooting when she found out he was fucking her.
Yeah.
She had one more day of shooting after she finds the naked pictures. And she shows up. And the scene is with him. He's directing her. She knows he's fucking shooting. I've called out sick for a movie because I had a bad ankle.
That's insane.
She went, talk about a pro. She did the whole fucking day.
Jeez.
Wow.
And she's great in it. And then he just called Diane Keaton for the next 5 movies. Who gladly took the job. Hollywood didn't fucking turn her back on him.
Well, that's the saddest thing is you see in these articles that his kids are writing. They're like, our heroes are in his movies. It's like that's rough.
Yeah. It's
Because who's turning down Woody Allen movies?
well, nobody.
Nobody.
Not even Dice. Well, then you got Roman Polanski. What Roman Polanski did, people defend him in Hollywood. I'm like, just say out loud slowly what he did, and then see if you defend him. He gave it to 13-year-old girl Quaaludes and fucked her in the ass. I mean, okay. Where's the audition?
And he cast Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Sinatra told her not to take that movie. That was when Sinatra dated her.
He didn't want to go to the Beatles. He wanted to keep her in the house.
Well, he was like, I'm in this big movie, and it was some turd that Sinatra was in.
Right.
And then she was in Rosemary's Baby at 21 or something.
Well, she came crying to Frank after Woody Allen did that. And supposedly, people say Ronan Farrow is Frank's kid. Now, listen. That's one of those crazy rumors you like to believe. It might not be true. Look at Ronan Farrow. There ain't a nebbishy Jewish guy from Brooklyn in that guy's face. He's got bright blue eyes.
Yeah.
He looks like a young Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
How great would that be? Yes. Because Woody named him Satchel after the pitcher, Satchel Paige.
Satchel Paige.
And they made it Ronan Farrow. Yeah. Well, clearly the kids hate his guts. It's a hateful, awful thing. But women abandon her. Like every woman, like pro women. Oh yeah, that was a terrible thing. Can I be in the next one?
Right.
Can I be in the next fucking? This new one's supposed to be great.
Yeah. Cafe Society looks good.
No. What are you gonna do?
Emma Stone, she's fucking hot.
I do enjoy her.
Is Emma Stone? Emma Stone is the one with the big.
The big eyes.
Oh yeah. She's very,
Oh my God.
She's cute.
Yes.
She's adorable and of age.
Most importantly,
watch the first Dirty Harry movie. The worst actors on the planet Earth are in it, and the guy who plays the villain is the most overacting, terrible actor I've ever seen in my life, to the point where it's hilariously funny, and it's Clint Eastwood's political view on the world. Clearly, it's all these right-wing hard attitudes, like that, like this like the gay guy is that guy. Clint Eastwood encounters one gay guy in San Francisco, and he goes, "My friends call me Alice. I'll take a dare." Clint Eastwood goes,
he just wrote that down.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood goes, "Get the fuck out of my do it at home, asshole."
That's how they would just cast a villain, like in Hollywood. They'd
Right.
be like, just make him like kind of gay. You know?
Right.
That's like every original Disney movie. It's like the villain's just like a little bit fruity.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know, absolutely. There's like subtle hints of.
yeah, it's like.
And then in cartoons, the hints are not even subtle. Like Foghorn Leghorn. There is an episode where the hen's kid is this nerdy kid, and Foghorn Leghorn takes care of him one day because he's trying to fuck the mother, and he tries to get the kid to play baseball. The kid doesn't want to play baseball; he wants to do math equations. So Foghorn Leghorn goes, "It's a baseball, son. Haven't you ever seen a baseball before?" And the kid goes, "No." He goes, "Haven't you ever played baseball?" The kid goes, and Foghorn Leghorn looks right at the camera and goes, "I'll say there's something yee about a boy who's never played baseball." he's called the kid gay because he doesn't want to play baseball. He'd rather do math than play baseball. He's called the kid a fruit. To camera. That's a Warner Brothers cartoon. Yeah. You know, the racial shit. Me and my cousin made a videotape called Great Moments in Racism. And it had, like, you know, Al Campanis and Charles Barkley with reverse racism. There are old Warner Brothers cartoons that are... the drawings of the black people, you cannot believe it aired even back then. Like porters at train stations with lips that are, I mean, Little Rascals episodes. before Bill Cosby bought them.
There,
Bill Cosby was
even-
offended by that.
Even the shit that Nick Nolte says to Eddie Murphy playfully in 48 Hours, you're like, dude, this is pretty fucked up.
I gotta warn you, nigger. I fight dirty.
there was a pan.
That's one of the likable guys in the book.
He's the good guy.
That's one of the heroes. That's the guy not in prison. Yet Nolte says the N-word 42 times.
And he's also saying every different version of it. He's saying like eggplant, and you're like, well, I didn't even know that was. I didn't know what that was. I was a kid. I was like, what's an eggplant, Mom?
But I tell you what, that's back when, again, Eddie Murphy's comebacks, those are some of the funniest fucking things.
Oh, it's amazing.
That fight is like, in the garbage, motherfucker.
There's a fucking pancake house in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, called Tar Babies.
Oh god.
Yeah, Tar Babies.
Well, that's
And
just what
Well, Myrtle Beach is one of the worst
No,
places in
but-
the world.
Yeah.
I mean, Myrtle Beach is like, oh my god, I played a club there twice, and it's like all Long Island iced tea drinkers,
Was it
all
Cabanas?
shit faced.
Right.
What?
Was it Cabanas?
No,
The
it's called
comedy-
Carolina Comedy Club, and I hope to God I never go back there.
Oh, that
It
is-
was
yeah.
brutal.
They had like a little baby Sambo on the billboard for it.
Well, they're going for a very specific crowd there.
Yeah.
Man.
Look, I used to do it back in the day, midnight shows in Boston. It might as well have been a Klan meeting. like you got the idea. You got the idea. There's nothing I can't say about a race
I
other
like
than
that-
white people.
That's very Boston. They play it off as liberal.
Oh no, absolutely. No, I know exactly. Well, that's the biggest paradox.
This is an
All the-
open artistic expression zone.
All the politicians are liberals, and it's the most racist city. and black people are like, they hop to it up there. They're a little scared. Ask
Yeah,
Jim Brown.
that's
Ask any
Boston.
black. The Red Sox took 14 years after Jackie Robinson. Talk about blatant.
Well, it's like, that's Boston. You get the most racist dude on the planet, and then John Kerry. That's like what you're dealing with,
The Kennedys. That's their whole thing. You know.
It's amazing.
They only drown white people. I would never drown a black whore. Only white whores go to the bottom of the what a dirtbag. Think about that story. He let that broad drown.
He's a bad person.
Yeah.
Oh. He let that broad drown.
Yeah.
And just let his enormous head float to the top.
And he was like, I had some shit to do.
Yeah, and he shows
Can't be
up
bothered.
soaking wet at his hotel. It started to rain for 4 seconds. And then he got away with it. He got away with killing that broad.
He went back to his hotel and ordered like lobster room service.
I'm hey, Dad, I'm trying to cover up a murder. What's the process?
That's like the premise of the whole first season of The Killing. That's his life.
Well, his father had a list of how to fucking cover up a murder because he did it 4,000 times.
He just had like a checklist.
I mean, he was a fucking gangster.
This is the shit we know about the Kennedys. That's the amazing shit.
yeah,
Imagine,
yeah.
I just want to know.
Yeah. Well, he was. Well, there's a couple of great books that the floodgates are opening with the fact that he was addicted to methamphetamines in a bad way. JFK with that doctor, Dr. Feelgood. He invented like meth, and he would give people shots and called it B12 who were exhausted.
Yeah.
And Kennedy got addicted to it, like really like a junkie. And the guy is always with him the last 5 years of his life. And what's his story, Dan, at the Carlisle Hotel?
Yeah, he ran out of there naked.
He was high on the shit, and the Secret Service guys chased Kennedy. He was naked running into Central Park, chasing a maid who he had just fucked.
Jeez. Hitler got addicted to meth too.
Yeah.
That's why he was such a great speaker.
Well,
Really?
well, no, he definitely did not do the right thing with that high.
No, absolutely not. He really took that one and ran with it.
Can you believe he convinced other guys to do that?
That was
That's like
probably
the craziest.
that was-
Even if it's 4 other guys, like really?
That was probably just like a pipe dream that he never thought
A
would
pipe
happen.
dream.
Yeah. And then he was, you know what we should do?
It wasn't
And
that
then-
long. All I know is the Jews must have done something pretty bad.
Confident people can get away with anything.
That's
it's
true.
fucking
That's very
amazing, and it's
true,
never and
yeah.
it's never fucking smart.
It's all
people.
confidence.
Every comic I know is like maybe, but it's always like these confident people.
Yeah.
Politicians, man.
You need that. Well, what's Trump? That's all
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, he's
in your
bravado,
face, in your
man.
face. That's why I think Hillary might lose, because now if she's like
She
if she
won't
gets hit
lose.
with that first punch Hagler hit hers with, and she's Trump is going to keep. He will not stop. He's going to pitbull now. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but I think people are getting sick of it, like because of how long the process is. I think people
Yeah.
are like,
Yeah,
all right,
that's the
enough.
thing.
Like if
It's
it was
like
if he came in like out of the gate the way he got to just go through every Republican,
Yeah.
like she has too many bad hackers. Like he went through like Jeb Bush, who looked like a frail little woman.
Jeb Bush, my God, what a weakling!
Yeah.
I mean, that looked like my God. That guy wanted to be president.
He looked like he was waiting for test results. He looked weak.
Well, he just looked like a guy who, was being bullied by a drunk guy in a
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of tough to watch at times.
I felt bad for Jeb Bush.
Yeah, you did.
He was a mechanical, even in the commercial, we have to defeat ISIS.
He fucking apologized to his mother for smoking weed once in his life.
Yeah, it's just,
on national television.
She seems conservative.
But it's like once it was between him, Cruz, and Rubio, you're like, yeah, he's gonna get it, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
well, nobody saw Trump coming this hard.
No, no one did. Of course not.
Everyone was like the last election. It was like
it was a laughing
Trump's running
stock,
for president. And
it hit the right time, and I'm telling you,
really
Hillary Clinton is very hated, man.
He must be on some good meth.
People really hate her. Like, I don't hate her. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not like, people hate her on a level.
What do you like about her? Why don't you hate her?
I like that she survived this long. I like that. I think to be a woman and survive this long, you have to be fucking tough as nails.
Yeah.
I respect her.
Or ruthless.
Ruthless, but I mean, name another female politician who's been relevant for 20-something years.
Right. That's because they weren't willing to murder people.
I'm not saying she's a great person.
I hear what you're saying, and it's impressive that she's a woman is going up against this bully,
right?
And she does not give up. But I really think if you list her worst sins in her life over hers are probably worse. If you know everything about them.
I'm just really sad that these are the two people we picked.
It's like
we didn't pick them.
It's like whether or not you want crust on your shit sandwich.
Well, I don't know. And now with this fucking Aleppo thing, he's not going to take any votes from anybody. I don't know who that's going to hurt worse. They think they're going to take a hit.
I think Johnson. I don't know the facts for sure, but I would assume he'd take more votes from Trump.
Right? No, he was. You're right.
Well, yeah.
He was, and he is really fried. He's got he lapses into Spicoli a little bit every once in a while. He doesn't look like the laugh. And he was on that show, The Five, and he looked like he was trying to get a threesome going.
Well, he's like that's the thing. He's like a cool dude. He's like they love him on Fox News. Everyone on Fox News fucking loves him,
right?
Because he's like they don't want to be on the Trump train because that's bad for business,
right? And libertarian is small government. They love him preaching that. It's like no guy, it's whatever. And the way he talks is a likable guy at a party, who probably has the weed.
He called Donald Trump a pussy.
Well, I don't know if that's right, but it's definitely a.
I don't know if he's a pussy. I think
he's not a pussy. He's not a pussy, but it is a good way to. It's a bad observation.
They asked him to apologize, and he was like, "Do you want me to apologize for hiking Kilimanjaro by myself? Has Donald Trump done that? He's a pussy."
Is that what he said?
Well, that's his thing. He's like an outdoorsman.
Yeah.
He skis a lot.
Now I hate him.
It's kind of like a Dos Equis guy.
He's an outdoorsman.
Yeah.
Well, he's so is John Kerry, the man of the people, snowboarding in Vail. Did you ever hear Earthquake the Comics joke about John Kerry?
No.
He's married to Teresa Hines.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one of my favorite punchlines of all time. I almost had a T-shirt made up of this. It's on his 2004 half hour on HBO. Earthquake goes, why the fuck that motherfucker want to work? He's married to Teresa Hines, man. If I was married to her, you want to be president? I'm like, shit, my bitch own ketchup. Every time a nigga order French fries, ka-ching.
I would absolutely
and that's
buy
true.
that
His
shirt.
bitch did own ketchup. She owns ketchup. My bitch owned ketchup.
I would buy that shirt in a heartbeat.
There's not an ounce of fat on that joke. Shit, my bitch owned ketchup. That whole special, I tell you what, man, you're talking about just laughing.
Is he really funny?
Oh, he's talking about Puff Daddy. He goes, I never voted for him. I'm sitting on my bed on a Tuesday afternoon eating Doritos. Puff Daddy comes on MTV. You got to vote. I'm like, this shit must be serious. I was waiting online for 4 fucking hours. White people got my real name. And this nigga lost by 4 million votes. I'm like, fuck you, Puff Daddy. You don't know shit about voting.
Wow,
Stick to remix them. This shit must be serious.
That's great.
He's talking about it. He goes, I only date bitches with 12-year-old boys now. Let them do the 40-yard dash in the backyard. I'm like, if they do that shit on the 4-1, I married a bitch. No. Has LeBron James ever made contact with his father? Did LeBron James' father ever come back into the picture?
I don't think so.
did.
I don't
I
know.
hope so, though.
Think about that. That to me is one of the best American stories. She was a bad drug addict, the mom, and she was promiscuous. And one night, she probably doesn't even remember, a guy shot LeBron James into her. It just disappeared like a superhero in the night. Like, what if she decided to like eat a little more and not go home with a guy? What like the losers you fuck?
Right.
And one not a basketball player. The guy shot a Nike campaign into her.
That's like
and disappeared.
It's like the best case scenario for me and Ryan is we can be the losers to shoot someone
But
great.
that's what I mean.
That's like
You got to
life
have some
goals,
winner in
man.
you though to
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah. Well,
don't get carried away.
Fair,
What a perfect combination.
Yeah.
Like
It's,
like a different guy, you might have got Delonte West.
I still can't believe
The greatest
Mom.
rumor ever.
I mean, I don't think it's a rumor.
Danny Wright, reliable people say that's true. That Delonte West,
Yes.
while they were teammates, fuck LeBron James'
Yes.
mom. It makes you want to hang out with Delonte West.
Yeah, right.
I
like-
mean,
He's kind of scary though. I don't know if you ever.
no,
seen
now
it.
he is. Yeah.
You gotta do it for the story.
Talk about like imagine the other players talking about that Delonte West fuck one of our guys. Which guy? The guy. The guy. Like there's anger there, and she's not attractive.
Yeah.
She looks like Don Cheadle.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it is impressive.
How many guys
the
could say
greatest players?
Unbelievably.
It's not like the
I don't know what
sixth man or
Jordan's
something
mom
like
looks
that.
like, but fucking it would be a cool
Look,
thing to tell people.
No matter what he does, no matter what LeBron James says to him, he's not going to beat him in a fight.
No, well, that's what I mean. People think it's hard to fucking guard LeBron James. As he's shooting, just scream, Delonte West, fuck your mother. What do you say to your mom after you hear that? What do you say to her? Mom, what the fuck?
I don't even.
Mom, I'm shooting 40% this series. Come on, stop fucking everybody.
Mom, what happened? What happened?
It's in my head. Come on.
Well, I had a couple extra slow gin fizzes. And what do you think?
Could you have picked a more desirable looking fucking teammate too? How about Mo Williams? Come on, he's cute.
How about Jerry West? Kanye, any other West. Pick any other West is fine.
Adam West.
I saw, you see sneakers under your mother's bed that say Delonte on them.
Yeah, you can't really be like it was another Delonte.
And how about the other? Yeah, there's a lot of them running around. How about the other players? What they're talking? He fucked the guy's mother. The guy.
Well, wasn't there some tension on the Pacers that like someone like someone fucked Paul George's girl or something
Well, that goes. Supposedly, our buddy Al Abdelabi said the fucking going on in the NBA with each other's broads because they don't care. Sometimes it's a favor.
They just pass it around.
Rick Barry, the French guy Parker from fucking San Antonio, that gutter snipe. He fucked Barry's wife.
Yeah, Tony Parker.
Right, and fucked Barry up in the head, man.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if it's confirmed they fucked, but they were like text flirting, and I'm sure they fucked.
That's fucking to me.
Yeah, that's enough. That's emotional.
That's enough to get the boot.
Yeah, you lost a good shooter in Ray Allen.
Right.
I mean,
right, exactly.
Barry. I mean,
well, that's what I mean. Another teammate. I mean, come on.
Come on, yeah, you got to have some
fuck up the
honor.
chemistry.
With his fuck
French
anyone,
bullshit.
and you're boning Eva Longoria. That's not enough for
Right.
you selfish French prick. Jesus
You
Christ.
gotta dominate. You gotta dominate. You gotta fucking. I'm the guy.
That's why Parker's so good. He just can't turn it off.
Right.
He wins on every level.
Yeah, no, you're right. He really does. Fuck him.
Look at Manu Ginobili's bald spot. He's terrified it's gonna fuck his wife at any moment.
I would be. Would you let Delonte West alone with any woman you know?
No, God no.
I mean, he fucked LeBron. How does he approach her?
That's that. Yeah, it's
Tim Duncan used to speak before Tony Parker fucked his wife.
No, that'll fuck you up, man. Well, people go crazy. Norm Macdonald was talking about Marv Albert's situation when he bit the back.
Oh God.
And Lauren said to Norm about it. He goes, Norm, the pussy basketball players get is crazy. I just think Marv went insane. I mean, think about what he's saying. Like, that's classic cosmopolitan Lorne Michaels. It cuts right through the bullshit. Basically, he's saying he saw Charles Barkley fuck one too many white strippers and bit a whore's back. Some whore paid for Barkley getting laid. I just think he went insane.
They get so much pussy. Marv Albert's getting too much pussy.
Well,
That's how much pussy there is in the NBA.
He had to pay for it. Every
Was
time.
it a prostitute?
Kenny Albert is a... Yeah, it was a whore.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a whore. Was it a whore, Dan? Well, first of all, they're all whores. Except for the people that.
Yes, I think it was.
Marv was so good. It's such a shame it happened because he was so damn good.
Well, he's still good. I mean,
but he was a Knicks. He was our guy. So it sucks to lose him. No, he's the best.
He used to do the greatest thing about him was the Knicks had a guy named Jim Carvallis. And Marv Albert would do this. He would subtly make fun of a guy. If a guy who sucked scored, he would have a little bit of surprise in his voice. Yes, he would go like, what a classy way to insult a guy. He'd go, Kiki Vandeweghe over again, and Andy Wilkins gets on the scoreboard. A guy who sucks just scored a point. And Wilkins. I love that. That's great.
That is so great.
That was great.
I love Marv. Even his cameo in Trainwreck was fucking. Yeah, that killed me.
He used to be on SNL. He was always funny on Stern and on on Letterman. But Jim Carvallis, the radio guy for the Knicks in the '80s, when they sucked. He would have a sound of disgust in his voice of how bad they were. He go, Ewing shoots it up, no good. Over to Vandeweghe, no good. Over to Rory Sparrow, no good. Rodman with the rebound, kicks it out to Isaiah Thomas. He lays it up and in, and he's fouled. The Knicks are on the verge of getting blown out. He was just disgusted.
I love that.
Over to Sparrow, no good. Knicks are on the verge of getting blown out.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine. Can you imagine Walt Frazier watching these guys like shit players getting like $96 million?
They knew the fundamentals, man. But those early '70s Knicks, how white is Dave DeBusschere? The knee-high socks, the black hair coming out of that white leg. It just looks like an accountant.
He's just a man, though.
He was. Well, Bill Bradley. They all played the fucking. That's when the Garden was the Garden too. I mean, the Ranger games. The Rangers Islanders, they used to chant "Beat your wife, Potvin." Dennis Potvin got arrested for hitting his wife. At an opera, there were Ranger fans represented. Like you'd be a Carmen, you'd beat your wife, Potvin. Beat your wife, Potvin. Beat your wife. And they would cut the Potvin's wife. Two black eyes. Beat your wife, Potvin. How nuts are hockey players? Did you guys ever see the first slap shot?
Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah. Again, Paul Newman. You're gonna get Tom Cruise to say those lines. The kid, when he gets mad at the owner of the team, and she's got a 10-year-old kid, and there's no husband. He goes, Paul Newman comes back, and goes, by the way, I'd get married again. If you don't get a man in this kid's life, he's gonna have a cock in his mouth before he can say Jack Robinson. Paul, the biggest star ever, said that line. Tom Cruise is not saying that line.
John Travolta probably would.
Well, not on camera.
Yeah.
Are they remaking it with Tom Cruise or something?
What?
They're not remaking it, are they?
No, I'm just saying, like Paul Newman, any movie.
Right, because he was in Color and Money. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that line in general for a mainstream movie star with the homophobic line and character, no one would say it.
Right.
George Clooney wouldn't say it. In the '70s, guys spoke like their characters. Yeah. Like Clooney wouldn't say the N-word even though he's playing a racist in a movie.
Matthew McConaughey would.
Well, Jack Nicholson in The Part in the first scene, he belts out the N-word like it just rolls.
It's a great monologue,
man. It's a good movie.
But a lot of actors, like Clooney said, I won't even say it in character.
Oh, really?
And people like Nicholson were like, what are you talking about? What kind of stance are you making there,
Yeah, I think, people should be able... but you know what? He probably knows. He's like, people probably aren't smart enough these days to make the distinction.
I guess Nicholson don't give a shit.
They gave Leonardo DiCaprio a bunch of shit over Django Unchained.
Right, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Dude, the whole Academy, they're such fucking liberals that, like, you even play... look, Mickey Rourke didn't win the Oscar because people want to give it to the edgier...
Well, it's like, they're always like that. They've always been like that, but, that's why, these guys would, like a guy like Clint Eastwood, it's surprising with his political views how well he does.
Right.
He's a really right-wing
guy. He hasn't been as vocal about it till recently, has he?
No. He was always...
Really?
Those Dirty Harry movies, he was the mayor of Carmel, California, where he left, and he was known for insanely right-wing policies that he won on.
I guess he's a guy he's at least for a pretty long time, made his own movies, and that helps you. Like, if you're looking to get casted, it could blacklist you a little bit.
And he went through a shit time.
Look at Mel Gibson.
He went through a shit time. We made
exactly.
shit movies at one after the other. And
Mel Gibson, it's not his politics, it's for his, it's for his behavior.
It's more of,
Mel Gibson picked out a Jewish cop in 4 seconds drunk.
It's
You're
the
a
best
Jew.
sobriety test there is.
You're a Jew, aren't you? Yeah. You got me.
Yeah, you should have let him go. That's a good sobriety test.
clearly sober.
Okay, am I a Jew? What am I? You're a fucking Jew. Okay, go ahead, sir.
You're fine.
My apologies, sir. Have a safe trip.
My bad.
Yeah.
They were somebody interviewed Norm and said, "Would you make a movie with Mel Gibson?" And he said, "Yeah." And they said, "Why?" He goes, "Because he's a huge star." What are you gonna do?
Oh man.
We got to take a break. We've been talking, right? Well, you guys can go if you want. I think we have one down. I'm actually making a living from it.
Artie, you got cigarettes all over the floor, man. You got some over here.
It's great.
I'm straight. Sorry, I'm not Mr. Under. No.
No, I just want to.
You want a cigarette?
I don't really smoke.
You get off the floor. They're great.
All right. Yeah.
It's an added flavor.
Yeah, I'll try one.
What's that box that you have?
That's an e-cigarette. I used to. It's so fucking disgusting. I played.
Okay, there you go.
I played lacrosse in high school, and
Story's ready bullshit.
Jesus Christ. And
We could tell you play by your personality. Go on.
oh come on, man.
You were in shape. You were 40 pounds. You look like fucking Callista Flockhart.
You know, I don't even want to tell this goddamn story. No.
We're all
I chewed tobacco because that was like what you did.
Sure, yeah.
Like, it wasn't associated with
Is there no end to the bullshit?
You know what? I'm like 5 seconds into turning in from Mel Gibson. No, but
this story going
'cause I'm
well.
Jewish,
This story going
Artie.
well depends on if you get invited back.
Shit, pressure's on, man.
all right. I went to a high school where they sheared sheep in our fucking cafeteria. And
Shoot sheep?
No, sheared.
Oh, sheared.
Like made.
Shoot's a better story.
I like that.
Fuck, I'm never coming back.
Go
now.
ahead.
No, but and it wasn't associated. Like the rednecks didn't dip, which I thought was weird. Like the
tobacco, really?
Yeah, the rednecks didn't do that. The rednecks smoked cigarettes, and
kidding.
the regular people chewed tobacco.
In Baltimore, you guys rural Baltimore? Where were you? Like
I'm from Hampstead.
Is that the story?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
That the rednecks didn't chew tobacco? Yeah,
He asked me what the box was.
Oh, the box. I'm sorry.
I didn't just bring this up for shits and giggles.
I got one.
The boxers were going to bury that story.
Did you tell the segment producer this?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've got a great tobacco story. On the ride up, they're like, "Dude, Caleb, you gotta tell."
Yeah, right.
That was the one I was selling. I was like, no matter what.
How can we organically get into that?
Right.
I'll put the box out. Yeah, Sam took the bait. I'm glad you mentioned that,
There
Sam.
it is.
Yeah, man.
Coincidentally, I have a great story.
I'll be expecting my paycheck in the mail.
What a great story is attached to this, Sam.
You get royalties from this podcast.
Yeah.
So.
You should have let me know. I would have teased it with a commercial break.
Coming right up.
This will be the promo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I wish you guys luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I mean, you guys. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you know what's so funny? I forget booking you, but I'm glad I did.
That's the story of our lives.
I want to get Sam on the show forever. Now, I like the kid, and you guys are here.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, we just kind of luck into everything.
Just come back. This is luck. This is a lucky day.
Oh, absolutely.
Your mom's a maid, and your old man cuts lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the cool. I came into here and I was like, oh my god, I've never seen buildings this high.
I've never seen kids from Baltimore this high. Thank you for leading me into that. See, he came to rehearsal, Caleb.
Yeah.
Let's take a break and we'll end it. I got to take a diabetic piss.
All right.
Well, any plugs? Let's end this with some plugs.
I'll be at High Tops at T. Brad Hudson's show, Drink Till We're Funny, this Sunday at 9.
Great.
And
in Baltimore.
In Baltimore, yeah.
High Tops is the name of it?
High Tops.
Okay.
And I'll be at Magoobies the 29th. With,
Great place.
with Ryan and Joe
Yeah.
Matarisi. But yeah, it's a great place.
Ryan here and Joe. That's the show. Are you hosting and then in the middle? and then
No, it's a
just-
showcase.
It's a showcase.
Oh, okay.
We're not at that level yet.
Tell Joe he's not fixed.
Okay.
And you want to say?
I'm going to be doing Sound Room in Hanover, PA, this coming Saturday.
It's a good place,
20th.
too.
What is your Twitter? You say your Twitter.
My Twitter is at callmeskeeter.
Now, what is your Twitter? He's a tweeter. Okay, at me Skitter.
A Skeeter.
Okay.
Skeeter.
What is the purpose of that?
I made it when I was like 14, and everybody at the McDonald's I worked at called me fucking Skeeter.
You are literally
great.
you're 27 years younger than me. Jesus Christ. Go ahead. I was your. When the year you were born, I got on Mad TV.
That's incredible.
My God.
My Twitter is at Ryan Lina is funny, which is really presumptuous, but I'm a douche. So
Well, is that ironic?
Yeah, it's ironic.
It's like calling a
because
fat
I'm
guy
not funny.
tiny.
He doesn't
Exactly.
have
yeah.
a tobacco store.
Yeah,
No,
I don't have a tobacco store. And then
Be confident.
I have a new YouTube channel that I just did all this basically because I knew I was going to be on here and would have a chance for some
Go
cheap
ahead,
plugs.
man.
So,
Plug away.
Got the Twitter at Ryan Lina is funny, and then I have a YouTube channel at Ryan Lina is funny. I have some of my stand-up clips on there. I've edited down. I just bought like new video editing and stuff like that.
Right.
Got kind of conned into, which is great. And then,
Can you wrap this up? Or?
yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Busted your chop.
Yeah, well, that's all I got. So.
No, good. I mean, good for you. And definitely come back. Absolutely.
absolutely.
Well,
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
One
having
night when I'm not here, Dan will be here. Ralphie may guest host sometime. Guys, thanks. Anything you done with everything?
Can I
Again,
plug one other thing? Actually,
Go right ahead.
I'm at a Comedy Connection in Rhode Island. Not this weekend,
Been
but
there.
the next weekend. Yeah.
all good clubs, comedy.
Yeah, I think it's September. I want to say 17th, 18th, or
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
And
Same
then-
night I'm at Caroline, so we're not bumping it.
and then Chicopee, Massachusetts.
Chicopee is the. I've done that too. Is that a comedy connection?
Cabot Comedy.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Cabaret or something.
Yeah, that's something like
It's
that.
an Indian. It's a